Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures. 3-course meals for dinners. 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.
There's no point recording having something to potentially edit. Just turn it off.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's nice to have it as opposed to not have it. You still want it.
Why? If it's not...
Cool down, this is not your
Because
lane.
I'm just saying, certain times...
You think I'm not a fucking photographer or videographer? I've directed videos. I'm quiet here because I don't have today...
You're not a videographer and you're not a photographer.
I've directed videos.
Are you... Yeah, okay. Yeah. You don't know what I said? You're not a videographer and you're not a photographer.
But I'm a photographer. If you give me your phone, I'll get you some saucy pics. That's a photographer.
I could give my nephew some pictures.
You could, but I'm saying you could give it to me. People, when I go out, people say, "Hey, can you take pictures of me?"
I'm not questioning your skills with the camera.
I'm a photographer, so I know about angles and.
What makes a photographer a photographer?
A certain level.
What's the level?
I don't know.
You got the answers.
Okay, fine then. So I'm a football player then.
But you want to keep it. We live in the world. We live in a time when you got everything you want. You're whatever you want. When I see people say,
you ain't got the answer, Sway.
When I see people say life coach, I'm like, how? Like, what's the qualification to become a life coach or life guru?
Or sex expert?
Yeah, like, how do you get that?
What made her a sex expert?
That's what I would love to know. I'm like, so I want to put stuff in my bag.
I don't know. I've never asked her that before.
Probably because she was just tanning up and down, isn't it? Maybe, I'm guessing.
Because she was what?
Just tanning, isn't it? So she experienced it.
Tanning up and down is hilarious.
No, not in a room.
Hey, this is coming out.
Yeah, he knows. I don't trust Dami no more.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like...
OTF Dami.
What did I bring you over there to do? My bad here.
Oh, can you speak Yoruba?
Nah.
You just know the insults.
Yeah, just facts in the
Sure.
Yeah, but that could be how she was getting her knowledge, innit? Experience.
I said tanning.
Yeah.
Tanning's hilarious.
And then she
You put a bit together.
He's not someone people want to mess with.
Everyone thinks that.
I never had no smoke with no tall niggas. I never had no beef with no tall niggas. Unless you're linking... Yeah, I never linked...
No, let's speak about that. Because everyone thinks... Because the way guys speak to girls will have... Every girl thinks their guys...
Please don't speak about it.
Okay, cool. But I'm just saying, every guy thinks their girl... Every girl thinks their guy is the baddest guy on planet Earth.
If you see the clip that was going viral recently with the girl at the bus stop with her, she goes, you know, what it's like linking a GM.
Oh,
they're hugging at the bus stop. He's sitting down, she's leaning, and she's doing face, like, you know, selfie. And then he goes, who's that? And he gets up, and then, yeah, very people just been mocking that video, innit? So,
Well, was it actually a real video?
it was real, but everyone in the comments was like, he was just woofing, innit? It
was forming.
Yeah.
It was forming for the...
Because I know bare girls when they start speaking about... Like, I know who their ex is.
Yeah.
And then I'll just speak to them casually. But obviously, because obviously, you know, my ex was a madman. I'm thinking, him.
Yeah, but he might be showing her madman.
No, but he's a mad... He'll probably be a madman for her.
Yes,
I think, like...
yeah.
So if you touch her, then everyone will go ballistic over their girlfriend, I'm assuming.
Not everyone would, no.
You think so?
Nah, I know so.
My theory is behind every single girl is a guy that's willing to die for them.
No.
Of some sort.
No.
Either if it's a father or brother or someone. Me, that's what I'm saying. If I slap, I wouldn't slap a girl because I know what comes behind that. I can only judge based on my family.
Okay.
If you someone slapped my little sister, Lord Jesus Christ.
Does not depend what your sister did.
No, irrespective.
Nah, see, you got
Irrespective.
That's gonna crash out.
Yeah.
Because
For family members, yeah.
sometimes you should have to slap your sister as well.
What warrants a slap?
If she slaps someone first, they've got to slap back.
So if she slapped her, my sister slaps a boy, and then...
slaps her back, you need to stay in your house. You don't
Nah.
Don't go ride a bird.
No. I'm not saying crash out over that, but
What you gonna do?
slap the guy back.
Why?
Or at least let him know there's repercussions for touching him.
She slapped him first.
So what?
Are you mad?
So what?
You're mad.
Oh, so someone slaps your sister and she can collect the slap.
Yes.
You're the
Okay.
reason why there's girls out here that go and get people in serious issues because they've got a battery in their back. You know, all them little youths that think, I can start issues and it's cool. I'm going to call my crash out cousins and brothers and everything will be fine. No, if you slap someone, you might get...
I heard it, but I'm not talking about a girl. A boy slaps her back. No, keep your hands off my sister.
So why did she slap him? She didn't show.
Yeah, because she's an idiot.
Then
But she's a female though.
oh.
So I don't make the rules here, innit? This is what society's saying.
Dami is
What, pick me? Okay, cool, sweet. Let everyone slap your sister then, innit?
No way in hell.
No.
Yeah. Oh, your sister should be going around slapping boys, and they with their big man boy hands, they stab them back in the face,
Hopefully,
and everything's
she will
calm.
learn to stop slapping boys, but I'm not crashing out.
No, I'm not saying crash out. I said I'll slap the guy
I'm not
back.
slapping him. I'm not slapping him. I'm gonna, because if I pull up and I'm like, bro, what you slap? He's like, bro, she slapped me first. Oh, sorry.
You know what? You guys are operating in this theory that this world is fair.
If my sister,
It's not fair.
Wait, who's operating on what?
Well, you're saying that people are allowed to slap your sister.
I didn't say people are allowed to slap. Are you mad?
If your sister slaps somebody, they're allowed to slap her back.
Fam, if they slap her back, I can't say much.
I'm saying if it's a boy.
If she slaps, let me make it clear on camera, on mic. If my sisters were to slap a guy, yeah, bearing in mind, let's just say that the guy's not in the wrong as well. Let's make it a little bit easier.
Okay, no, that's adding too much context.
No, the reason why I say that is
No context.
The reason why I say that is because sometimes girls act up, like we were just saying about crash out.
I don't care, bro.
The guy called your sister ugly. Your sister slapped him.
Don't touch him because he cussed you. What's up? Don't touch him.
Yeah, facts. I'll tell her that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm touching the guy.
So don't touch him unless he touches you. Then that's it.
No, of course.
So then,
There's no need for you to hit him unless he's hit you first.
oh, cool. But that's not the conversation. The conversation is your sister slapped the guy first.
That's why I said you tried to do the. Let me land, bro.
I'm gonna, because it's recorded. So go on.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. There has to be a valid reason for her. There can't be a valid reason for her to hit him for no reason. So if she's now smacked him because, for example, she's called him ugly.
Camera in it. All right.
Yeah, because she's called him ugly. He's allowed to slap her back.
Okay. So,
Okay, fine then. Okay.
Yeah.
So
No, he agreed with you at first. I don't know what this was. Is it?
yeah.
So what is it?
You agreed with me, but my point is, you said unless he hit her first, but then that would never be the case because the whole
No,
argument
it
was actually,
it can be the case though.
yeah, but that defeats the objective because the whole point was that we're saying why you don't go and slap that guy if she hit him first. Anyway, I thought he was going to say something like this, like maybe he cheated on her or
I don't
gave her an STI.
I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, great. So basically, but I'm saying, so when does this end, innit? Because have you been in situations where, friends, you're walking around the street with Charles, isn't it? Some youths, they rush Charles, isn't it?
That's not happening.
While you're there. No, they rush Charles.
That's
But
not
Charles
happening, though.
robbed them, though.
That's not happening though.
But Charles robbed them.
Yeah, then he.
So you wouldn't back your sister, yeah? You wouldn't back your sister. No, I'm just saying. You wouldn't back your sister when the guy slapped her in the
I didn't
face.
say I wouldn't
But
back my
Charles,
sister.
when Charles was in the wrong,
I didn't say I wouldn't back my sister because number one, a woman can't hit me. I'm sounding you back. I've said it on camera live.
I would like to
If you
think
hit
I wouldn't
me,
hit a
I'm
woman. I would
sounding
like to think
back.
that. Unless
Keep your hands to yourself. Don't
unless
touch me.
I'm threatened and I feel as though I can die,
Don't
I don't
touch
think
me.
I'll hit a girl, innit?
Bro,
But
I
then
hear-
again, just don't touch me, innit?
I hear that. So
You don't
I'm
like
talking.
someone looking at you to say hello to you. So
What?
All right, you ever like if I'm like looking at you to say hello to you. So
Yeah, but I'm saying, why are you watching me like that? That's my thing with issue with you.
I'm with you, bro. My thing is, but the scenario you brought up, I totally disagree because if I'm with you and someone's attacking you, I'm not going to be like in real time.
Yeah, no one's doing that. No one's doing that.
Rush him because he robbed you. And
No
I'm
one's
gonna
doing that.
stand here and watch you get rushed. That's different. I want to back you, but after that, I'm like, bro, you fucked up. However, I'll give you a great story. So funny, yeah. So I've bumped into. I'm in a party, that same party that I'm always at. And
Yo, you must have been suffering these last 3 years, isn't it?
oh, bro, when the
When was the last time you went to one of them parties?
December, a Christmas, not this one.
22.
Yeah, 22 or 23. What that was like, that's the end of.
Okay.
But anyway, so obviously when I saw the summer lineup, the festival thing, about my.
Wait a second. Oh, what camera is? Oh, okay. No, there. Sorry, my
When I
bad.
saw the when I saw the festival one, I was itching. I was low key.
I think I saw. Wait, is that one they did the advert
that's
for?
what I kept putting.
You just swallow your pride and go, bro.
That was
These
cool.
men don't care
I
about
haven't
you.
got to go with, so it's a wrap.
You ain't got on to go with. You've been to them by yourselves, isn't it?
What does that mean?
A festival in another country on my ones, a party festival with London people. I can't do that by my ones. That's sad.
Yeah, that's.
If it was in Americas, it's different.
But the next thing's
More, isn't it?
Why? Why would you? Why does that make a difference if it was in America?
Because if I go to Americas, you can be by yourself. And you from London? You by yourself? I come like you can be a beg. People you won't care. No one's gonna know you was beg.
Yeah, but you're likely to if you was to go into.
I don't think I know anyone.
You'll know people
in
there.
London that I can roll. Like I can roll to like a festival in that's like a London crowd. Go to a festival, one up, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I wanna chill with you, man. Like I don't know because normally someone that's part of your ecosystem, like I would know people, but all of a sudden I'm like every day I'm gonna like be linking up with you, man, and we'll do the tables.
Yeah, it's long.
I'm sure there's someone that I could do that with, but just the idea of me going and depending on that blindly, I couldn't. But if I'm going to America, I'm sure I could just float one up and it's calm. But sorry, just back to this.
Yeah, continue your story. Yeah.
If my boy tells me, I was in a party and a man's told me like, oh yeah, cool. I'm just in the party. I bumped into someone. I didn't go to the party with them, but they're my boy. Like we were friends for years. And he was like, "Yo, bro, I just got punched in the face. I just got smacked." Like, I swear, like by who? But he got smacked by a youth that he has an issue with. So I was like, "Swear." So like, what happened? I went outside to smoke at the time. So he's outside. He's not allowed back in. I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" He goes, "Yeah, I got the madness. My man punched me in the face." I'm like, "Swear." But the person he's talking about is we're not friends at the time. We're still not friends, but we have mutuals. So in the party, I'm not trying to go and sort it out. I've just gone there, I've seen them. I'm like, all right, what happened? They're like, yeah, my virgin is gone, started chatting shit, got smacked in the face. He got banged in the face. And so obviously he's got broken up or whatever. So after, at the end of the party, my man's been talking about how he's waiting for him. My man's there.
Wait, waiting for who? He's waiting for who?
So my virgin is waiting for the guy to punch him in the face.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? Cool. So the guy comes out. I'm there, innit? I'm not here to back you because if you're not going to fight.
Why are you there, though? He's waiting to smack up the other guy and you're with him.
It was the end of the party. I'm there. You've come to stand near.
And you know that he's going to smack him up.
I want to see. I want to see as well. Like, and if anything, I'm like, yo, you lot chill. And everyone here.
So you're there to see him smack him, but to break it up.
Just in case.
You want to get your lick back. I want to see if you're going to get your lick back. On top of that, I'm happy that everyone here is friends with someone. So we'll like separate it if it gets to them.
Or they'll just rush my man.
Potentially. But at least I'm like, get off him, man. I'm joking. But anyway, my man's come outside and bro, at the time, is just yapping.
Point of way.
Oh, sorry. I said bro. So my man is he's just chatting like, yeah, you punched me in my face. I'm like, okay, well, it's going on for a while. I was just chatting. I'm like, bro, just leave it, man. Just take it. Oh, let's keep it.
So he got punched and he's talking.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's kind of like looking like, what? Ain't you not like? Ain't what? Like, what? You not like kind of?
He give you energy, kind of thing.
Or you're not gonna back it. I'm like, bro, you got issues.
No, you can't do that.
But I said it in front of him. I was like, bro, you said you punched him in your face. Are you gonna punch him? Or are you gonna do something?
You said that.
Yeah. I said, are you gonna do something about it or not?
And the other guy's there as well.
Everyone's there, bro. I'm like, are you gonna handle it or not? I said, if you're not gonna handle it, forget about it. It's unfortunate. Just call it a day. Let's keep it. Because it seems like even my man that punched you in the face don't even really care to try and punch you in the face again. He's done what he needs to do. So are you done or what? I'm not about to jump in. I don't have an issue with this you.
That's what he wants. He wanted you to.
Like, oh, you punched my boy. We're not even. We're cool. We're dogs. But I'm not angry as you are. He's not Sunny. I don't understand why you're not as angry as I am. I don't even know why you not started beef in the first place. Yeah. So I was like, bro, come and just walk off. And he was talking wicked. Forget punching. He was talking wicked.
What, there and then? Or before?
Yeah, no. He's the other guy's friends. Yeah, Puncher's friends. He's telling me, my man is talking about, he's got the thing in the bush, all that kind of talk there, you know? Like,
your bridging.
Yeah, he's talking the mad talk. So obviously, I'm like, oh, cool, then punch him in the face. But now you look crazy because you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to shank you, you didn't even punch him. So I'm like, bro, everyone just go home, it's over. What I'm trying to say is, but he also started the issue. As far as that vicinity is concerned, I don't know what it stemmed from, but that day you approached him, you confronted him.
Did he say that he started it as well?
Their boys told me. I can't remember what he said, but their Puncher's friends, who I'm cool with, were like, yeah, he came up here. It's a party, he came here, we didn't get kicked out, he got kicked out. He got punched and kicked out. Clearly, you must have started it, innit? So anyway, my thing is this, if you're my dog, I will always ask you, like, what happened? I want to know everything that happened that led up to whatever incident that you want me to come and back you with, especially as adults. I'm not about to jeopardize my life for you. And I remember when I told you the story about the dad that came to knock my door over the son that I told off. I told you this. I told you the story. No, I did. Sorry, I told you this on the back chat thing.
I wouldn't mind.
What was that show that I did?
1-to-1.
Red table.
Table.
Wait, is that what you did? 1-to-1? Or 1-on-1?
1-to-1? Is it called 1-to-1?
Yeah.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Amen.
6.
Okay.
So anyway, sorry, long story. I always notice at the start of the pod, I always hijack the first few minutes. But anyway, a dad came to my door because I told off his son outside. The dad came and he was wigging. So I'm looking at him, I just looked at the son, I said, you didn't tell your dad what happened. I said, there's no way he would be at my door talking to me like this if you knew what happened. So long story short, his son called, like, a little wet.
What did you do to the son, though?
He was being rude, like he was, like the trees outside our houses, he was breaking one of the trees. And one of like the auntie was like, stop, and he said, I don't speak no English, little mixed race boy with white kids. So I was like, bro, don't do that, like, come on, man, like, you're doing, because I think he was just saying, no, me not speaking no English, but it sounds like you're mocking their accent.
The woman,
yeah, because she don't speak good English. So I was like, bro, come on, you should know that. You can't chat to me. Like, I'm like, bro, so he's trying to mock me. I'm like, bro, don't do that. That's bitchy, innit? That's what I said. That's bitchy. He goes, you're a bitch. I was like, huh? I was like, I didn't say it. He's like, I said, I'm going to come round there because they were in the little playground. I said, I'm going to come into that little playground. I want you to say that to my face. Hey, man, he goes, you're a bitch.
Fine.
Lying to my face, you're a bitch. Huh. I know now. I'm like, oh shit, he did it. So I'm just breezing through the story, but I was just like, fair enough. And I was like, respect, like you did that. I was like, all right, bro, you seem like a logical kid. You seem like you're not a bad kid. I feel like you're trying to...
How old is this child, by the way?
11.
Okay.
I didn't know this at the time.
He's old enough. Yeah, cool.
But he's trying to be brave. But once I've come in there, even though he said it, I could see he's scared, innit? I was like, bro, I'm trying to talk to you on the level. I'm not trying to fight, like, belittle you.
Uh,
And how old are you at the time, sir?
Me, that's just a couple years ago.
Okay, cool.
Like during lockdown, because...
I'm saying me. Anyway.
I know. He was 11, innit? Like, I was going, I was like, bro, come on, like, you shouldn't... You're mocking the aunties. You're doing that in front of your little friends. Like, that's not right. I'm like, so anyway, by the end of the thing, I've dapped him up. Like, cause I'm like, bro, you seem like a smart kid. I hear the way you talk. Like, just be mindful. This is your area. Like, look after the area you live here, sort of thing. Do you get it? I'm like, when you're breaking the trees, all that kind of talk there. Like, big bro, you get it? Spudded him, dapped him up, left.
Okay.
I'm chilling in the crib. I told Puddy what happened. So we're just chilling. I heard boom, 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 boom on my door. Like, not my block, not my buzzer, my door, innit? So cool. For me, that's a bio already. Because I don't do EastEnders. A man is banging my door. I'm like, swear down. So there's two mans. You can come outside and be like, what you want? Or just see what happens. So obviously, I'm just like, Puddy, move. Let me go to the door. I go to the door. Obviously,
What, did you know it was him at the time?
Straight away. Like,
Okay.
I don't have those kind of things in it. So you probably seen what door I went to. You coming by my door. So I've opened the door. Luckily, no one's punched me straight away in it. See, youth's here, dad's here, black youth. But I feel like we kind of sized each other up. He's clocked. Okay, let me show. Like, because we're like equal. We're even. You get it? Like, I've looked at him. This is an even scrap.
It's a black guy as well.
Black man. Bro.
Okay, cool.
So
For some reason, I had a little white boy in my head for some reason.
Mixed race.
It's mixed race.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So I was spun. You called me a bitch. Your dad's even black, bro. Do you get it? So, but this is like, guy looks like me, bro. Do you get it? But he's like, obviously, I can't feel come out like wearing a vest and go to the gym. So you just look at me. You don't think I'm going to punch him up straight away. You're probably like, okay, that's a scrap.
It might be a little bit harder than I thought to win.
Yeah, so now it's a bad up. He's trying to bad me up. Now he's like, I'm like, what's going on, bro? So he's trying to go off, trying to bad me up. I've let him talk. I'm like, don't interrupt him because he's a dad. I'm going to give you the advantage that your kids obviously told you something.
And what are you being accused of doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But no one's punched me. I'm cool. I'm like, let me just...
But what, he's batting you up saying what then?
So now he's shouting like, my son, why is my son telling me a grown man's in his face? So that's enough. Just a grown man is in your child's face, shouting at him, threatening him, sort of thing. That's how he's hearing it.
Oh, threatening. Okay, that's what you've been
that
accused
kind of thing,
of.
like a grown man's in his face, chatting to him. So he's going off. I'm just like, let me not interrupt him. I'm just stood there. I just stood at the door, just making sure his hands are where his hands are. But he's going off. I'm like, ah, bro, like, you can let me speak. Obviously, I'm trying to reply. He's talking over me. I said, bro, you gonna let me speak? Nah, you can speak. All right, cool.
Right, okay.
Cool. So I said, cool. I kept it cool, innit? Because I'm like, I just looked at his son. I said, bro, you didn't tell your dad what happened. I did. I said, no, tell your dad what happened in front of me. That's how I'm like, tell your dad what happened in front of me. I want to hear your story in front of me. Because like, there's no way this man should be at my door talking to me like this if he knows what happened.
Especially after doing
So long story short, he started repeating the story. Oh, no. And now he's doing the innocent. I'm like, why is your voice sounding man innocent? I said, you weren't talking like that to me downstairs. I said, use the voice. He's not doing that. So anyway, cool. So when he's done, I'm like, okay, stop there. I said, you're lying. I said, you didn't tell your dad you called me a bitch. Dad just straight away
looked at him.
baffled. I'm like, oh, you didn't tell your dad you called me a bitch? He said, what? I said, he called me a bitch. I said, I'm going to come round there. I want you to say it to my face. So when you're talking about I got in his face, I went round there. I said, say it to my face. And he looked up to me and said, you're a bitch.
He's been proud of that your son had the balls though.
And I was like, I'm not going to lie. I respected it. Yeah. So the dad has just absolutely just kind of turned off. Now he's turned on his son. Talking about, what? If a youth said that to me, I'll lick off his head. He's going off on his youth. So I'm like, bro, chill. Like, so, and I said to the little kid, I said, you're lucky. I'm a grown man, but I've got sense. I said, of course I'm not going to hit you. I'm a grown, because he's like, you can't do anything to me. I said, I can, but I wouldn't because I've got too much to lose. You're a kid. Nigeria, I'll slap you.
Hi.
Your parents will say, sorry, sir. You know what?
Instant. What the heck?
So cool. Long story short, the dad kind of just, and then now I'm giving a lecture in front of his dad, and his dad's cool, like he understands. I'm like, bro, and the last, obviously I've talked to him, but I said, we ended on good terms. I don't even understand how you went to tell your dad, but one of the little white kids said, call your dad. So I was like, and I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised he has a dad, and I'm surprised his dad's black, because his dad's like,
Did you say that to you?
the dad, both of them. I'm like, I I'm surprised he has a dad. Like,
Bruh.
the way he was
behaving, bro. You couldn't have
But that's still violatory, kind
The
of.
guy's like, I'm Nige. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm surprised. I'm like, I'm Nige, you're Nige. We don't talk to his grandma's Nige. Obviously, I see him with
Rainbow Pepper.
Yeah, like they're not white, but something else. I see him with that family in it. So I'm like, bro, sorry, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I didn't expect that. So dad's like, yeah, you got a dad, so cool. We was blessed. Dad shook my hand at the end. So now I see you and his little brother is always like, it's hello. But something that the dad said to me that stood out. And I told the kid, I was like, and in the future, if you're going to get people to come and back your beef, make sure you tell them exactly what happened before he gets into it. Cause like, and I said this in front of Dad. I said, I'm like, see that whole banging my door, talking to me how he did it. I said to him, I said, I have to let it slide because I understand the circumstances under which he did it. I was like, and I said this to him, but I said it in a soft way, but I was like, all that banging my door and stuff, like, that's intimidation. That's a lot. But I have to understand it because he got a youth. But I said, but in the future, make sure you tell your dad what he's getting himself into because what if I'm a madman? What if all that energy I had for you, what if I had a shank and I come to my door? You've come to my door. I might go to prison, but someone's come to my door and I'm scared. Now you don't have a dad.
It's true though.
So make sure you tell your dad what's going on. Make sure you tell anyone in your life what's going on. But yeah, that's it. So I've seen the youth since then. And I was coming home when the Euros, when England lost, last Euros, when England...
The final?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I seen that youth and his brethren is getting cornered by a bunch of white people outside the pub. So obviously...
How old is that you now? Oh, 13 now, isn't it?
No, it's probably older. It's probably these 15, 16.
Okay.
But you can tell he's one of them youths that's...
How does that work though? Because you said it was 2 years ago for you. So how's it been 5 years for him?
I said a few years
I
ago.
thought it was 2 years ago for
No,
you.
it's probably lived 20 lockdown times.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
But long story short, I saw him the other day, like when I was going home from work, and I've just gone like, yeah, you don't go home. I've like tried to back them a little bit, but apparently one of the friends pulled out a shank. But the white people were really just angry because England lost, and they were trying to take out these little free niggas. You get it?
All right.
Yeah, I swear to God. So long story short, so when I see him, I chat up.
You getting buried in these situations, isn't it, boy?
Neighborhood hero, man.
Fucking hell, brother.
Neighborhood hero. I'm always involved, bro. Yeah.
Anyway, man.
Sorry. Long talk.
No, it's calm, innit? It was on point anyway. But anyway, even that knocking on people's door shit, fam. That's knocking on a door that you don't know what's behind is a mad thing to do.
Me personally, I'm not on that.
You're on that.
So I'm not on that unless I'm on smoke.
I remember one time someone come and knocked on our university door, yeah, and basically one girl got hit by her housemate. This is a girl that I'm cool with.
Another girl though.
No, but she got hit by a guy that lived with her.
Oh, really?
So then I punched the boy in it. This is the most disrespectful thing I've ever said to somebody.
So you backed the girl, yeah?
I backed the girl.
Okay, cool.
You know, I'll blank out the name.
Yeah.
You know, it was a roommate.
Look, is he fair skinned?
I don't know, man. He's some sort of black, innit?
What university is this?
Brunel, innit?
So you just went there.
No, I was like, boom. I went to the house. Should already, because she lived with him, so he already moved out because the guy had apparently hit her. I went to the house straight away. I didn't know the story at this point in time, though, innit?
Did she start it before you...
At this point, I didn't know what I was going in.
Did she start it though? From when you found out, did she start it?
They were arguing, innit? It was a back and forth argument, innit? And then what happened was, so I'm inside of the house. So then I've called up her and I was like, boom, my loudspeaker, and he's there, innit? And I was like, oh, what happened? So we're hearing the story now, blah, 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 blah. And she's saying, boom, they were arguing back and forth. And then basically, he's then slapped her. This is me, okay, cool.
For no reason.
No, they're arguing, innit? And then he's
hit her.
Yeah, but what she's saying about him is deep, innit?
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah.
He can't hack it. Okay.
Yeah, so he can't hack it. So it's one of those ones. It's triggering enough for him to want to slap her.
Dead, yeah.
You know, not even that. I mean, levels, but an insult, innit? Yeah. Basically, I'll take this part out, innit? But basically,
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Of course it's calm. Of course it's fucking calm. Of course it's calm. Go on.
but anyway, do you know how to change the battery? Pause. Do you know how to?
Pause.
I don't know, innit?
Yeah.
Change the battery.
We're sparring. We're the
Anyway, we'll get to that anyway. Innit? That's the main conversation, innit? Now, so what's happened now is I've heard the conversation. Boom, you heard that? Cool. I was like, okay, thank you. Hung up the phone, isn't it? And I said to him, this is me. Where do you want me to hit you, innit? And then this is him. Because the guy was kind of grease-ish, isn't it? What was on the vibe of?
What was he gay? Is he gay?
I don't know what he is, isn't it? But
Okay.
But he was like, nah, you can't be asking man where you want man to punch me. And I was like, listen, I did, innit? Because I knew the guy before. He was cool before. He was the roommate of my friends, isn't it? And I went to the yard. He'll be there and stuff, innit? He'll be calm, innit? Oh, where do you want me to hit you? Boom, 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 boom. He didn't say anything, so I banged him in the face, isn't it? And then he tried to come towards me like he wanted to fight. Obviously, like he should, isn't it? Yeah. And then I was like, what? I went mental on him, and then he just left it. Boom. So we've gone now. So now...
So hold on, you use bully boy tactics.
I didn't bully boy. It wasn't bully boy. I punched him and then I left.
You asked him, where do you want me to punch you?
Yeah.
He said, you can't be asking, man. So you banged him in his face and then he wanted to come towards you like he's on smoke and then you amped up.
No, but I didn't punch him up or anything.
Amped up, you let him know that you can't get that.
They're cool. So now we've gone to our yard now, yeah? Is it recording? Okay, cool. So we went to our yard now. Boom, everyone's chilling, isn't it? Yeah. This guy's called his big brother from ends because apparently this guy is some East London nigger, innit? So this is why I remember this, innit? Because the putty situation. So everyone, there's 5 niggas inside of the yard, innit? Me, the one that you nearly had an altercation with, my event. Yeah, cool, sweet.
Your event or our event?
Our event, innit? Yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, shit, I meant to, innit? So boom, so we're there now, and then the thing is, these times I was smoking weed. These times, isn't it? Yeah. These times, everyone.
So you went all there. Anyway.
No, so everybody was inside of the yard now, innit? And they were laughing because they heard about, Dami punched up, blah blah blah. Like you don't get no points for that and stuff like that, innit? All laughing at me and shit. So now we're just chilling inside the yard. He's like, hey, imagine with the guy's name I blank out. Imagine if he comes to the yard, did it, yeah? And fucks you up. And everyone's all laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Ding dong. Like a couple hours later. And then obviously it's gone to the door. This is him. I can't believe it. He said, I can't believe it. And then he's like, oh yeah. I was like, what? I'm curious and I want to get up, innit? But I'm like, no, I'm not going to let this guy get me. They orchestrated it somehow, innit? No one's saying nothing at the door. It's left now. He's gone to the kitchen, yeah, to get a knife. Gone to the door now. What? But I'm not hearing nothing
I'm from their side.
From their side. It's all one way, innit? He's gone to check. Let me just see. This is him.
What, bear man?
He's like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Bear man?
No, he's come there and he's gone there, boom, boom, boom. And then the rest of them, I think, and there was some guy, he was inside of the yard as well. So this is some other mad dude, innit? And they're going there. They're like, they're chatting shit. They go to the door now, and then they're like, yo.
But how many guys is he with?
This guy came one man up with his big brother in it, yeah? His big brother. But he didn't tell him who lives inside of this house, isn't it? So the guy's over there now, and then he admitted it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I came here, I thought this is gonna be a quick 1-2 job, innit? Yeah, my brother didn't tell me what going innit? And I was like, yeah, man. And then, obviously, in this house, because you know when you this is the yard where you move into after university. Yeah, off campus. Yeah. So obviously we know the community as well. Those niggas have come outside of their yard, innit? As well, innit? Like, what's going on? What's all this commotion as well, innit? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Innit? Like the guy apologized, like, yeah, man. Obviously my brother told me some guy hit him, innit? I didn't ask no questions, innit? Yeah, cool. I just came down to the house, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we did it because he slapped up my girl, innit? So I punched him in the face. Cool. Boom, sweet. The guy left, innit? Beautiful.
You said something. You was like, like the putty situation. There was no putty situation.
No, putty situation is you said when you were inside of the house, someone knocked. You told Putty, chill innit, and remind me, oh shit, someone coming to your yard. They have no idea who's even there innit. Yeah. You have no idea what you're walking into.
Don't put Putty's name in. Happy birthday, my bro.
This is birthday today.
No, but probably, maybe, well, actually, happy belated. By the time this.
Yeah, fact. When was his actual birthday?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. That's what I was trying to check if it's the 3rd. His birthday's.
Yeah, 3rd's tomorrow still.
But it's normally meant to be in my calendar. I don't know.
Hey, do you know what? Speaking on that, you see when you had that talk with Gabs.
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about how we were cool.
Did you see his thing? He rated you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were cool because we were in the same class and everything. But like the people around him, we weren't really on good terms. Obviously, apart from Lucas. Didn't really care. And a couple other man. But yeah, something similar happened in uni in Hertfordshire in my second year. We had a mad brawl. Like a serious rocker.
Did you get banged?
No.
How come you didn't get banged?
Did I get banged? No, I got banged. Yeah, I got
Of
banged.
course. Niggas always forget that, boy.
No. I'm talking about junior rockers. I'm champion. Champion. But yeah, no. Okay, so cool. The East lot, our batch was North and South. So Edmonton and the Thamesmead, Peckham, wherever they wanted to claim themselves at the time, whatever they were doing, yeah?
Thamesmead.
Yeah, no, because
They're just Africans, basically.
you know, gigs was going off, so all of a sudden everyone's from Peckham at the moment.
But Thamesmead, how close is that from Peckham? That's a bit.
Thamesmead.
It's not that far. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Southeast, isn't it?
I'm saying there's better areas in South.
Yeah, but my point is, in uni, because gigs was going off, everybody from South was from Peckham.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, there was peas. People weren't even from that side. They were throwing peas in the air. Long story short, our batches now had an altercation. Somebody was jealous in somebody because somebody had more money than the rest. Be all and end all. Fam.
Who is that somebody? Let me guess. That somebody was in your batch. One that had the more money.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sweet.
No, them man were making money.
Yeah.
Them man were making money, but my man's come to uni with paper. Cool. So
is this?
Hertfordshire. So he's in first year though. Our brethren's a first year. We're second years. What do they call him? Obviously, them youths were called Gucci boys. The East lot were called Gucci boys. Everything Gucci, as you know, them times. The willy, you know what I'm saying? The willy, the everything. Anyway, long story short, I think it was over a girl or him getting attention from a girl. So my man wanted to fight our guy. They fought. He lost. The guy from Gabs' side lost. He was born in the, nah, Creme. He's a fresh year. So, nah, Creme, tell that guy to come outside. One more time. I said, fam. I said, bro, forget all that, man. We don't even need to be doing all this no more. Like, we're all in the same. Bro, this is actually outside our dorms, like off campus. Bro, my man, I've turned around. My man just gave me in the back of my head.
Right, the guy that told you to tell your boy to come outside.
I tell your boy to come outside. I turned around. I said, No, because I was going to ice him. I've just seen two youths that I've never seen before. Remember, this is not uni. This is off campus. Anything goes here. I'm not trying to get stabbed, shot, whatever. I said, you see, I said,
You didn't know what I liked it.
I said, you see, you before you sleep. Well, lie to lie, I'm getting you, bro. There's no way I'm going to get you today before you sleep. He started making noise. Every time I see Creme, I'm going to fuck up Creme. But he was rubbing me out. I will never lie.
But how long did this last for?
Bro, it's like a little, before we fought like an hour.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it was, remember, imagine them uni raves or house party and you know people from off campus are coming and bro, I fought in front of like 300 people. I couldn't lose because he's already rubbed me out. He's hit me number one on the cheap shot thing. Then he's telling everybody every time I see Creme, I'm gonna punch him up. Yo, my brother.
You're lucky you got to get back that day, boy.
No, I had to. But
if I was him, I would have went straight to bed.
Or was it like a decision?
what is it?
Was it like a decision? Did they go to the school judge's decision, or was it like split decision, or was it like,
that I won?
Or was
it unanimous?
Yeah.
Bro, he got dealt with, bro.
So you wiped him.
Do you know what it is? That was the first time everyone in uni thought,
this guy can fight.
Yeah. But you know what? He tried me in first year. This year tried me and he pulled out a shank on me in first year.
Oh, so he's been bullying you?
Are you fucking crazy? Bro, why'd you say stupid stuff?
What do you mean?
Why'd you say stupid stuff?
My bad, innit? You said he's been doing it.
So my man put out a shank on me in first year.
You're tormenting me, bro.
Fam, stop saying stupid stuff as well. You know you're beside me.
Now you're gonna think
So anyway, he's put out a shank on me in first year. And I was around girls or something. I don't remember. But long story short, it got resolved. He apologized. And I was like, bro, this is air, man. I didn't come to uni for this. I don't know uni's gang. I'm still I've been told, listen, in uni, just make sure you pipe. The first thing you pipe her well, the rest are going to come. They're going to go into. That's all I know. I don't know, man, are having guns and knives in uni. I don't know all of that. So where it's happening, I said, I even said his name. I said, can't be doing this all the time. This is air, bro. We can't be, fam, forget all that beef, man. It's dead. You don't had your one-on-one. My man banged me, cool. Then the whole Creme, every time I see Creme. So I've gone to go and change. I said, there's no way I'm fighting in my attire. Let me go and change. Put on old Creme t-shirt, old bottoms. Obviously, one of my brethren has said, fam, don't go yet. Let me call the man them. Because it was, I've showed it that there's men that are not from uni that are here. Obviously, Edmonton's not far from Hertfordshire.
Right, they came down from ends.
Yeah.
Right, man. How long were you waiting for them? Yeah.
So it came down in 20 minutes.
So they didn't even...
Enfield to Hertfordshire.
They didn't shower, they just left.
Bro, it was nighttime, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, innit? No, I don't know. But I'm saying, for instance, as in, like, I wouldn't be able to rely on people coming down. So did you tell them the urgency? Please come now.
No, they knew it was a mad thing.
Okay, cool.
Beef, innit? Yo, beef's kicking off.
All right, 20 minutes, they're good, bro.
I don't think I've ever had anyone that I can be like, yo, and then
I don't.
Let me not lie. It wasn't me that made the call.
Yeah.
Let's make it clear. I don't think I have that strength to say, yo, madness, and people are doing 20. Maybe 2 hours, 2.5. I don't know. But either way, they've come down and they blended in. Them and blended in into the party. So I've come out now. I've gassed myself up. I've even been warming up now. That's not bad. Yeah,
you can't lose, man.
I missed out, but we had another little altercation just before I went into my yard. I was like, bro, I said, are you fucking dumb?
What happened in that one? Though?
Tried to gas myself. Threw one dead bang.
That altercation.
You not hear me? I threw one stupid, one poor bang. That's why I left that on purpose. I can't lie. I threw one dead bang. My man laughed.
Oh
wow!
I said, Kai. Okay. That's when I went to go and change.
What did he do?
Nothing.
Oh.
That's what made it worse.
Oh.
He didn't even try and get me.
He said, let you have that.
Dami, I said, yay.
I was in a deficit, man.
But you see when that happened, thank God there's only like 4 people around.
Okay.
The Rockers, the Royal Rumble happened in front of the arena. You know what I'm saying?
That was foreign.
That was, that was, bro, so he's come out now. I'm saying, yo, where's my man? Lucas, all these men like, Creme, are you sure? Obviously, my man plays with knife. I'm not on the knife thing. We all know I'm not on that. But I said, he can't touch me like that and be going to sleep quietly, fam. There's no way. Are you sure? Because if he comes, you said, call this guy.
Pause.
Fam, forget all that pause stuff. I'm telling you story, man.
Can't touch me and go to sleep quietly. It's crazy. I'm trying to be mature.
I know he said come as well.
You know me when it always picks up those stupid...
Sorry.
But okay, long story short, my man's come out now and he's purposely walked past me and said, where's this Creme you?
Wow.
He's brushed me, you know. He didn't brush me. He turned around. The finest headbutt I've ever delivered.
Oh.
But did you catch him for surprise? By surprise?
So you're fine dirty. That's crazy.
He brushed me.
And then surprise.
Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Oh, so you're going to headbutt me now?
You know me, I'm on smoke, naturally. So anyway, he's brushed me kind of thing, like, where's this Creme you? As soon as he's turned around, just delivered finest headbutt. Hi. It's on, when I mean it's on site, I was beating the hell out of this guy. They had to, his brethrens from the uni, they joined in, so they tried to rush me.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad it was. Remember, my man plays with a knife. He's getting dealt with. They tried to rush me. That's when the Avengers assembled.
You're blending in and stop blending.
I got real peak real quick.
Oh, wow. Was this part allowed to come out?
All of this is coming out.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, just don't put the names. I don't want to see that guy and fight him again. I'm tired, fam.
Are you man cool now, though?
Who would win today?
Do you know what's mad? I saw him like 5 years after uni and it was a stare off. I said, bro, I can't do this all the time, bro.
You said that?
No, I just walked off. I said, fam, go away, man.
Who would win today, though?
I'm going to win forever, bro.
Nah, is he... He's Guardian and Blam now.
He can be blam now. I'm a Rockers, bro. I'll tell you that for real. He plays with knife. I'm not on that. That's
Still,
Big H.
you can't. That's a long...
I owe Big H. Come on. Put the knife down, guys.
But anyway, guys.
No, wait, hold on.
What?
It's just the way he was like, oh yeah, you call people. I feel like if I call anyone, yo, bro, man's had the madness to be like, swear.
But hear what I'm saying? It wasn't me that made the
but
call.
I was thinking if I called anyone that had the madness, even when he had the madness most recently that we was around and he's making calls, I was like, wow, man, that's so
I wasn't making calls. I wasn't making calls.
A couple calls, and obviously people was around you that know you that were you know, on the phone, innit? Yeah, you make calls, bro. Like,
Why are you moving nervous? You make calls, bro.
Pop it up.
I don't think I've ever called.
At least
I don't know. I've never called anybody to tell them, yo, back my beef in life.
I don't think that it was back my because obviously
No, but that's what you're talking about. So yeah. No, but I'm saying, for instance, no, hold on 1 second. What I'm trying to know, listen.
Cool down.
No, okay, wait, hold on. Is the context not? I haven't got nobody to call.
If what happened to me, if that incident that you had, I had, you made a couple calls, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying you saw me on the phone. What the fuck? You don't know what you're talking about. Is what I'm saying. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I think I have an idea what I'm talking about. I was right next to you. I heard.
Yo, so wait. What are we talking about? This is what I don't like about you.
It's not about you.
No, you have no idea what you're talking. You have no idea what you're talking about. So I called somebody to back me on a mazza.
That's not what he said.
So what's he talking about then?
Listen first.
Okay, cool, fine then. Okay, fine then. Cool. Okay, cool. This ain't gonna make no sense. Watch. Land.
Okay, so like I was saying, I literally said in that situation, it's not like someone was coming to fight someone on your behalf. So I understand.
No, you don't know what you're talking about still. You still continue anyway.
In your situation, there was no one there for.
No.
Are you sure? Let me finish.
No, because what are you talking about?
You can't let him talk.
No, he said, well, are you not talking about people? I'm not talking about the situation even itself. I'm saying your context is you haven't got nobody to call you for you to call to back you on the madness. I did not call nobody to back me or for anything. So you have no idea what you're talking about. So now continue.
I believe that you're chatting because when I was with you, I didn't say, hold on, I didn't hear the particulars of the conversation, but when you had the conversation, you made a call, you made a call to start making calls to whatever they was doing. I don't say that you asked anyone to do anything, but even the fact that G was next to you, and even the fact that G pulled up and started, oh yeah, I know my man, and I know who my man knows who my man, and them calls was being made. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he's talking about. And I
no, you're not. Don't move the goalposts here.
Saying,
no, you're talking about guys to back you in beef.
And I'm backing you. Backing you is not just fighting for you. Backing you.
Okay, fine then. If that's what you're saying. So you haven't got nobody if you wanted information to.
I'll give an
example. No. Still, because you're trying to change the goalposts. Yeah. You're talking about backing in beef is literally just for people to provide you information. Is that what you're talking about?
Where did you get this?
No, because he's going on. No. The hill that he was actually trying to die on.
I'm at the top of the fucking hill. I'm going to picnic on top of it.
What he was trying to say, I don't know why he's moving the goalposts. He was trying to say that me, B Money, I haven't got no...
B Money, you're not me. You can't
Okay, cool. You see, you know what you're doing. When he's losing, he just says shit like this, isn't it? Yeah? Did you not start this by saying that you haven't got people that you can call to back you in beef?
Yes, I did.
Now, are you saying that you didn't mean physical?
No, I did, yes.
So you did mean physical?
Yes, I meant.
Cool. And then you said you saw me call people up to back me physically.
I didn't say
that. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say
that. To back me in moral support, you're talking about that.
But he was giving an example of what...
Yeah, and I'm trying to say, this guy has no idea what he's talking about.
Now, let me ask you a question, Let me ask you a question. Do you have people that you can call to back you in beef?
I've got the people there.
Have you? Yes or no?
I've got, what do you mean? But I haven't...
Let me ask you a question.
Have I got people that would back me in beef? Probably, yeah.
Yes.
I haven't utilised them, so how do I fucking know? No. What? So I've utilised them.
So I'm not saying you haven't. I'm asking you. You telling me today, if you had a madness right here, right now, you don't have anyone that you could call, they won't fly down.
I've got people that can do that, but I've never utilised them.
That's not what he's saying, bro.
Wait, hold on. So what are you asking me? Have I got individuals there?
He's answering the question. You answer the question. Simple. You're just you're trying to down the hill. That's
the example that I brought up. I understand that in that circumstance, that is not verbatim what was happening. However, the fact that if I have an experience. One time my motorcycle got robbed. I had someone who I could call who came pick me up and dropped me home. But when their motorcycle got robbed, they had niggas that they called and they went circulating and they were kicking down doors and got his bike back. I saw a girl at the time, around them times when everyone was doing bike back. I had an R6, my bike got licked, I never saw that bike again. Her bike got licked within 24 hours, she got her bike back because she was locked in. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's about who you know. So in like your circumstance, the thing might not have been to back beef, but people was on call to back the situation, however. Yeah,
but what I'm trying to say is in terms of when you... conveniently I should move on, isn't it? Conveniently I should move on, isn't it? No, I'm not trying to fight you, but I'm trying to say is, you're over there, you said you saw me, you heard me. I'm saying you have no idea what you're talking about.
You told me.
You have no idea. Okay, cool.
Did you not call no one that day?
So,
to get information?
Information. But he was talking about backing beef physically. Okay, cool, fine then. Okay, cool. People are going to listen to this. So, B Money, listen to him. Wait, stop.
Yo, let's go.
This is the hill. This is the hill you man are dying.
Don't say you man, I'm not.
Okay, this is what do you mean? You can't keep on backing him and then what do you mean? You're over there, you're on the vibe of this is what he's saying.
You put us in
Your
the
goal.
dusty chair. He's very over
He
there.
was talking about.
Bears unstable.
He was talking about basically knowing for a fact that I've got people that can back me.
And you said you do, so
Yeah, but
let's
you
move
have
on.
got people.
No, what I'm trying, but then he said he saw me, and I'm saying, what the fuck are you talking
You're
about?
making calls.
Yeah, saw me. No, I've never made a call for someone to come down and back
That's
me
not what
before.
he never said that either, though. The recording's there anyway.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, cool, fine then. Anyway.
That,
Cool.
was,
Just-
that was not exactly what I was trying to say. I was just trying to say that even in that situation, which was hectic, which, as far as I'm concerned, that's on the same level. That's for me. That is the same level of that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, for instance, no, but I'm saying, but you can, I'm saying you can know a girl.
Yeah.
For instance, B Money gets, say you get punched up by, say, God forbid, man, innit? Let's say a guy gets punched up, innit, by some random guy, but you know a girl that knows him, so you call up the girl. So is that, you're talking about that relationship as well? Oh, because I want to know who the guy is.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I have no clue what I heard about.
Yeah, you have no idea.
At some point, I feel like the gist of a conversation that you had, or the summary of it was, man's gonna handle it. That's just the way I
Okay, yeah.
So, however you was gonna handle it, it sounded like that's more than an information conversation. It means we're gonna handle it. I'm going where I'm going. Don't worry about it. That's what you say. Don't worry. I'm gonna handle it. Obviously,
Yeah, because you went off with it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it doesn't mean I went off to call someone to do X, Y, and Z.
No, of course.
I'm saying, for instance, if things happen off the strength, then that's a different. But I will never ever call anybody to risk their life to do anything for me, innit?
And you have
I've even got brothers as well.
To be fair, you have said that. You have said that in the past about you not calling people, but I don't think he was trying to say it in a way that you call somebody.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when I heard that, I'm saying when I heard him say it, it sounded like, we chatting shit. I heard you. I'm thinking, what's he talking about? You haven't heard me do.
Take a break. Have a Kit Kat, man.
Let's go, man.
Calm down.
Anyway, cool. Let's talk about the real meat and bones of this, isn't it? Rory and Marl, innit? We'll get back into this, isn't it?
You fucked up.
Yeah?
Pause, though.
Well, we'll get back into this, isn't it? Because after I heard that recording,
Hey, Charles is on
Charles is here as well, innit? After I heard that recording, the audacity of some of you niggas.
Are
isn't
you
it?
mad or something?
I regret
Bro.
that episode so much.
Do you know what this nigga
I
said?
regret that episode.
Why?
Yeah.
Went downhill after that.
No. But I'm saying, but it was necessary conversations, though, innit? Do you know what this nigga said? I'll get into what both of you said. This nigga looked me in my eyes. Well, probably didn't look me in my eyes, isn't it? But looked into the microphone and said that if I want to interview my friends, that I should start a new podcast and call it Chats with Mates. That's what he said. And I listened back to that. And I'm like, there's no way your entitlement can be that strong, bruv.
It's not entitlement, bro.
It clearly is entitlement.
It's not entitlement.
Because you've got expectations of me and I don't know where it comes from.
I've got expectations of us.
Okay, cool. But I'm saying you got expectations of me. No. You also said that, for instance, had I got the bag and I broke you off something nice, no matter what I've given you, if you can't move your mum out of the hood with it, you'll be looking at me sideways. You said that.
I didn't say that verbatim, man, because you was like...
Yeah, no. Listen, I won't say it verbatim.
No, because the whole point was...
And also, stop there, innit? And you said, if I gave him $2 million, he'll bang me.
Yeah.
No, I said, if you didn't give me 2 million, I'll bang you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, cool.
I didn't say that.
Absolutely.
It's not crazy, because...
It's completely bonkers.
Shall I say why it's not crazy?
Why is it not crazy?
It's not crazy.
And that,
Hold on.
And that's what expectations is.
No, it's not expectations, because what did I say? Do you remember what I said?
No.
Okay, cool.
I remember what you said exactly.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, I know Dami. That's the first thing I said. I wouldn't expect him to give me anything. But if I found out on a magazine that this can't come out has now been signed for 20 M's
And he didn't give you 2 mil.
and he didn't give me 10%,
That's an expectation.
cool down, and he didn't give me 10%, yeah,
He'll bang me.
I banged his face.
That's an expectation.
Huh?
You're punching him because he didn't meet your expectation.
Why would you bang him?
You heard you the first time.
Because obviously, I didn't. Because remember, the reason why Dami's getting that deal is because of the work we've done.
But who said that?
That was the conversation. Remember that the conversation. But I also said I know that the pod's not mine, so I wouldn't expect anything. Yeah. But if Dami did all that and I found out the way I found out, everyone's chopping. You're mad. Dami, can I get 10%? He says, no, I'm banging him in his face. Because he's still going to be my friend. I'm not getting 10%, so I'm going to punch you in your face. Finish. I mean, move forward. And that's exactly what I said last time.
Bro, you don't think that's bonkers, bruv?
No, it's not bonkers.
You don't think it's bonkers?
No.
And okay, cool. And that's why I believe man's expectations are ridiculous.
How?
That's mental.
Off the topic, no, it's not mental.
What do you mean off the mental?
Off what we were talking
At the
about.
time, I definitely said I didn't agree with him. I said I didn't agree with him because I was like...
You did. No, you did.
I disagreed with myself. I said I didn't have a monetary expectation. The only reason why I said while I was watching you, I was like, you said you're gonna nice us. That's what you said.
Yeah, of course. I'll nice you, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, it depends what you say nicing us is because.
No, but I'm just take what you're giving.
What? Cool. Which is what it is. That's why I said I have no expectations. However.
But you do.
Yeah, but it's not that I have expectations. It's just that
you can't have no expectations and expectations at the same time.
You're gonna master the art of letting people speak and things.
You can say that. If we look at who's been speaking the majority of the time, how dare you?
You cut people off.
Yeah, I do. You have to stop somehow.
When we're debating, me telling the story, you're not gonna cut me off from telling the story.
Okay.
Us debating, you won't let me speak. So,
but you also do it as well. But continue.
I ad-lib. So anyway, hold on. What I was saying at the time was like, I will, whatever. Let's say you got the bag here, 20M, and you gave me something. I will not be like, oh my God, you should have given me more because I don't know what the operation cost is. I don't know how long the deal is for. So I can't be like, I expect you to give me 2 mil because I don't know how long the deal is for. I don't know what the budgeting is for. I'm not operating shit. However, I said, if I'm just there and I've got my little breads and I was able to go buy a little silver cubic zirconia or something, but you're pulling up in a Ferrari, you're just moving mad all the time, I might be like, damn, like, what's going on over here, bro? Yeah, I might feel away, but that's not an expectation. That's just like a...
Well, why do you feel that way then?
Because I might feel like it depends how I feel I'm living at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, hold on. So how much are you on, bro? Like, what's your budget?
Okay.
And then there's another conversation to be had.
So is that...
Hold on, to be fair, that's none of your business.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna.
How is it none of my business?
What he's on isn't any of our business because it's not ours, isn't it?
But remember the whole conversation. What's the other brother's name? So Charles like the other.
Andre.
No, it's not because hold on. Were you here? I saw you were here.
She was here.
The whole point was you started.
Yeah, she's going down that,
but if you got the deal because of us.
That's what the conversation was.
The conversation was like.
That's what I said about. I don't expect nothing from him because he would probably nicely be my brethren, but if he didn't, I'm saying, bro, 10%.
The conversation was like if a whole Netflix deal for 20 M's, and they were like, okay, but and then Andre was like, what if Netflix is saying, yeah, we'll give you.
I said that.
No,
they said that they
both
want you guys.
Yeah, they want us free. So why the fuck can I not ask you how much you're getting? And if we're working together and we're here telling all of our stories and selling our lives, I can't ask you how much you on. How much you on? How can I not ask you how much you're on?
I mean, you can ask.
What he's gonna do now is they want you on the show. Cool, he will pay you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like,
but you have to ask what he's getting.
I can absolutely ask. And why not? I want to ask his. So why?
Yeah, but I'm saying
it's not yours without me.
But then he's gonna pay you guys.
That doesn't mean.
Whatever Netflix gives, that's your wages. He's gonna pay you.
No, but say that. What do you mean it's not yours without me? What does that mean? Yeah, but I'm saying, what does that even mean?
No, because that was a topic.
No, but I'm saying because it existed before you came.
No, but it wasn't popping before we came. Is what we're saying.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
No, because that was the topic. It wasn't. It's.
Are you talking about in real life or the example? I'm asking. It's a question.
This is what happened last time.
No, but I'm saying no. Okay.
It was a scenario.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you're doing a scenario where it wasn't popping until you man came on, yeah?
No, that's what we.
Wait. What did I say? Wait, stop right now. Explain what I said right now. You just might start crying for no reason.
The reason why this whole topic came up in that episode, was the whole thing was we was going to start putting more frequently together because I would like to address the things you said about me chatting to your friends separately at first, but the whole point was.
You better, yeah.
No, I said what I said. Okay. And I'll say it again.
Bad boy.
Yeah? You know, like when you start your Patreon and start having your extras. But the whole point was we were hoping to be a trio more frequently, doing this thing. And we're talking about like, obviously, if you start interviewing guests, you can't be doing this thing where you're interviewing all the celebs by yourself. And then
I'm about to say, even that, why not?
Because that's not how it works.
Who told you that?
Because it got signed from the three of us.
Stop. Are you mad? Wait, let me know when you're talking about real life and the scenario.
We're talking about the scenario.
Okay, the scenario. Okay, fine.
I'm merging.
Continue. Whoa. I should be allowed to stop you certain times. Yes, I'm talking about real life.
What I said is I'm merging real life with the scenario because the scenario drew from real life. The whole point is we had the IVD moment that started a whole conversation. Obviously, we've already been doing this more frequently as a trio, but the whole thing is like when we have moments of that, I was like, do you think you can have now you're gonna IVD now to come on the podcast and I'm not gonna be there?
Now, can I answer that?
I know you can do that.
Let me answer.
Go on.
First and foremost, had you not spoken about IVD, I would probably never ever speak about it in my life.
No,
hear me out.
That's irrelevant. What you're saying?
No, what do you mean it's irrelevant? Let me finish.
the question.
What are we talking about? What do you mean? It wasn't a question. I just stopped, isn't it? So I'm saying, for instance, if you're talking about celebrities, that makes sense. Then I thought of that. If IVD messaged me and said he wanted to come on, absolutely, I'll bring B Money on, innit? Because one, I've got absolutely nothing to say to her myself, isn't it? You brought her name up, you're the one. But I'm saying, if there's a different celebrity that I feel has got nothing to do with you, then I'm. As the person that created the platform, I am more than welcome to speak to that person by myself.
That's air.
Why is that air?
Shall I tell you why that's air? Because once again, off of the scenario was Netflix is signing this company.
I'm talking about real life now. I wasn't talking about a scenario.
Okay, but this was based off the scenario.
But he said he's merging both, so I need to know what you're talking about.
You're right. But this was based, that whole IVD and this was based off the scenario, innit?
Yeah.
So that's what he was trying to say. And even Andre said,
and stop. Who is Andre that he becomes God? Yeah, isn't it? But continue.
Andre's not God, but he was speaking sense and it was burning you. That's what it was.
It's not burning me. Why would it burn me?
It was burning you.
Why would it burn me?
You're getting irate now. Lower your tone.
It can't.
No, that's him.
I'm saying, how can it burn me? I'm not burned by it.
All of a sudden you're pulling.
Why burn bury?
No. All of a sudden he said, "Who made Andre God?" That's a form of burning. Number one. So number two. When Andre gave you the scenario of, okay, but Dami, if this can't come out, it's getting signed because of the trio, then the trio have to be there when you're interviewing celebrities. That's what it came down.
And what did I say to that?
No, you said cool. So
I said, If they, in the scenario where they said that I must have George and B Money on, I was like, then cool. Then I'll do it.
But that is the whole thing. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so you're right in fantasy land,
No,
It's all fantasy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, fantasy land, you're completely correct. Now do real life.
But real life.
Huh? Do real life.
Okay.
We have no say over that though.
And that's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Let me do
But we know that because you just said if you were to get a celebrity and you felt like we didn't need to be there, you want to be there.
100%.
No one's arguing that though.
Well, I'm not arguing your point.
You are. You are arguing.
I also said that if Netflix said that you must be there, they have to be there. Why would I not get 20 million in it because I don't want you guys to sit down with IVD? What the fuck?
I said IVD.
I think because I said I'm merging and you're saying not merging, I think everything that we're talking about is technically hypothetical.
Yeah.
However, it stems from a real situation, which was that whole moment having a conversation, having a bit of a stir, right? Cool. You might not care to talk. You don't necessarily care to talk about a lot of the stuff that you talk about. You probably didn't care to talk about Shai Cartier either.
Facts.
But my point is now, okay, so I'm not even going to say it's unrealistic that Netflix will give you 20 mil, but it's more realistic, more likely that off the back of that conversation, more of these popular people, personalities might want to be on the platform. But it's possible that they want to be on the platform because of they've seen that conversation that we've had on this platform as a trio. So of course, if someone wanted to come on the show, they will probably contact you and you could have every right to have an isolated interview with them. But let's say this is Breakfast Club now, Energy, and you're Charlotte, you're Envy, because I think Envy's like the main one there, really.
Nah.
Envy's the one who's the main.
Can't be Breakfast Club, bro. I am high art radio.
Cool, but you're Joe Biden. But the reason why I said Breakfast Club,
but even worse than Joe Biden.
Yes, but
I'm God.
No, but the point I'm making is
bless me. God forgive me, bro.
I was waiting.
But my point is, okay, Joe Biden owns the network, but in the Breakfast Club scenario, you expect the old setting, you expect to see Angela Yee, Charlemagne, and Envy. You expect to see at least three of them, like, at least two of the three, but hopefully the three. That's what guests came on for. You know what I'm saying? If someone's missing, it's like, oh, my man wasn't here, right? Like you usually want the interview where all three of them are there. So my point is, let's say that moment has sparked a Breakfast Club-like thing, and then now people want to come on the show, but when you're doing that, you're gatekeeping and you're doing it by yourself.
Wait, why is it gatekeeping?
Because let's say they wanted to come because they've seen how us three, the dynamic with us three.
Yeah, and people are able to request that if they want.
Okay.
If they want B Money and George, like for instance, what's his name? Micah that came on. Micah, and I told you, hey, Micah actually wants you there, George, isn't it? You know, he's heard that you're a manager, isn't it? And yeah, it would have been valuable insight for you to come on, innit? So it's not gatekeeping, isn't it? And I'll explain. Yeah, is it gatekeeping? It's not gatekeeping.
It's the choice of words that I've used, but my point is, So forget Netflix now. So the IVD thing is what I'm talking about because that's what sparked this now. So let's say now,
Is it what sparked this?
it's what sparked the
conversation.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
It's
what
not.
sparked the conversation about the deal.
No, you obviously Adam, you and Adam's topic came up because Adam's.
Oh yeah.
But we remember we were talking about everything at the time, innit?
Okay, cool, but it wasn't about
IVD.
the
It wasn't
IVD
IVD,
situation.
no, it wasn't IVD.
That was literally just 1% of literally the conversation.
For me,
Yeah.
that's what sparked it. Because I'm like, when I say sparked it, it's like, because that's the first thing I feel like just being viral in that sense or in that space where artists want to sit down and potentially chat. Do you get what I'm saying? So my thing would be like, yeah, that would be us free. So in that, let's say the IVD moment happens and then a next one, maybe someone who you think has nothing to do with us, you want to come and sit down. Hey, I think they want to chat to all of us.
Question, sorry, is it just to do with celebrities? Can I ask, if somebody was to reach out to Dami now?
One of these virgins.
No, if somebody was to reach out to Dami, like, you like the podcast, you know what, we want to pay, like, let's just say 10 bags, we want to promote our brand. Do you guys want money from that? I just want to understand what
I think that's
is it just celebrities?
I think that's a a brand partnering him to promote is different. That's business. That's not. What's that got to do with me? Because they're not emailing.
So what is
an interview and a brand? It's two different things.
So it's just interviews for you.
I'm
in every interview that has a celebrity involved.
That wasn't even said, by the way.
And that's the main issue. The main issue, and this is the main issue I have with you guys, isn't it?
How can you have an issue with us guys?
What do you mean? This is the main issue I have with these guys. What's wrong with me saying that? I'm saying the main issue I have with these guys is, in you man's heads, and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. You've got all these expectations.
No, I don't.
I know. Hear me out. You've got all these expectations, or you've got all these things that you want to do.
Don't let me say your name, you know. I'll say your name now. Bro, stop talking.
I want you to finish. I'm going to smoke you. I think you've got Wolfish memory. No, hold on.
Thank you.
Do you know what you said after that pod? Do you know what you said after that pod that we're talking about? You was like, no, I thought this pod was you free.
I'm not.
So
Yeah? Yeah, so what?
You guys need to have a conversation.
But you know why? And I feel like this is why you man are kind of warped, innit? You know why?
I'm far from
I'm
warped.
saying she knows you, man, innit? She only watches you man's episodes.
Okay.
The sort of podcast this actually is.
Not that.
No, but yeah, it's
What
not
do you
that.
think?
No,
I'm
it's not a three of us.
I'm saying the sort of podcast. I'm saying the sort.
But we know that.
Finish.
I'm saying the sort of podcast this is because, for instance, I'm interviewing people that maybe many platforms might not even platform certain individuals on in the first place. The people that watch it, 9 times out of 10, their first interaction would be the fact that, oh, I know that guy, so I'm going to watch it for that guy. So you man are seeing it from a lens of the people that come to you are the guys majority of them are the guys that have seen you on it.
No.
What do you mean?
I get
You're saying the majority of people that watch you on the podcast are not individuals that you know. How would you know?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying the people that speak to you about you being on a podcast is from the fact that they know that you're on it.
No.
The majority of them.
No.
So you think most people know the podcast that you've interacted
Don't forget,
with?
we know the same people, bro. So people...
Most people that have seen you on your pod do not know me. Because they'll be like, bro, I feel like I've seen you before. I've seen you on that podcast.
Okay, fair enough.
Bro, you're forgetting. People actually know my people know who you are, bro.
Okay, cool.
So,
but that's my point because they know me, innit?
yeah, no, but my point is they're not saying this can't come out for G. It has nothing to do with G. Is not I'm not an important factor on this thing. I was behind camera before, and I don't mind going back. That don't faze me. So I don't have any expectations of I deserve this and that. Yeah, before you think I'm crazy, the 10%, I'm standing by that all day because, like I said,
Yeah, but I'm saying, for instance, to even put a percentage on it is crazy to me, innit? Because
mad. Are you forgetting?
Because you don't know what I'm doing then, innit? You can't, because like I said, when you're on the episodes I'm on, I am also here. So I know what you're doing because I'm also doing what you're doing, innit?
Yeah, but I know.
And every single episode,
But I know what you're doing.
Yeah?
Yes, because you factored it all, you broke it all down in terms of the editing and the travel. I remember we were talking about you can't ask us to pay you back for the travel money. Remember? So I know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't really know what I'm doing, innit?
You can't tell me I don't really know unless you're doing it weird.
I think something that we're kind of like overlooking is because the whole entitlement thing is bothering me. I'm not entitled. Like I said, this is your podcast. But if we're talking, and this is why I kind of like falling back a lot, is because from that conversation, I guess it was important to have at the time. At the time, if you remember, my whole thing is that what is a I can't ask for a percentage because what is a percentage of nothing?
Of nothing, exactly. He said that, yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, you should have the conversation earlier. I was like, no, you should. I don't think there's a conversation to be had. I wouldn't have a conversation with you about money until you presented a deal with money. Because as far as I'm concerned, that fucking ruins shit. And as far as I'm concerned, that's exactly what it did. Because maybe it's coincident or whatever, but all of a sudden, we started building up momentum.
Oh, it's not coincidental.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So
you slowed it down?
Of course.
Well, absolutely. Why wouldn't I slow it down?
That's a dickhead thing then.
Okay, explain that.
As soon as we had that conversation after...
No.
No, do you know, because I'm saying... I'll explain to you why I did that,
I finished what I was saying, because in my opinion, I understand why that happened. But what that conversation...
No, you don't.
You can't say he doesn't.
I'm saying he doesn't.
I don't know that I know your reason, but I have my understanding.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
So, in my opinion,
that's what I'm trying to get at.
I think I understand why that happened. Maybe I don't, but I think I do. Anyway.
That'd be interesting to hear when you're done. Okay, cool.
My thing was, maybe that conversation was important to happen because it was meant to happen, because it's not that I was ever entitled. I was just under the understanding that we were going in a direction, and I was saying, okay, cool. If we're going to start doing this podcast as a trio, I want to sit down and watch and interview your bridges, because maybe some people tune in just for like, we might add a banter in, you might be chatting to your bridges, but like there are people now, there is an audience, like you told me this. I still don't even really believe this. I think there's only 2 people that want this. But as far as you're concerned, there is an audience that has a demand for us as a trio. Yeah. Now, for me, I'm not a businessman, but my understanding is if you're not consistent with that supply, you're not always in stock, but people are depending on seeing that weekly or whatever it is. Your thing is you still want to interview your friends and that, and I totally understand this. Your podcast, do what you want.
Yeah, that was never going to stop.
But you have an audience that want to see us. So you're like, well, the only point I can do that is when I can do like 2 pods a week or whatever it is. I'm like, hey, or you can consolidate and have us here with your friends. I even suggested sometimes have us in the background and it's just a voice. I'm doing the Joe Budden format where sometimes they're going to do Patreon after, but you're hearing my man's voice in the background or my man pops in and then cool. But unfortunately, the conversation about money ruined it.
No, it didn't.
It did ruin it because you're like, oh, you're entitled. You man talk about you want a percentage. I'm like, my thing is like, if we're moving forward as a trio, then yeah, I want to say that, yeah, all right, cool. Like, I'm talking about the buying thing, yeah? But you was like, yeah, you'd have to back pay me. I'm like, no, when you get a deal, I'll just give you what you're owed from before. But that's what I'm saying. We're talking about 100% of nothing because there's no bread on the table.
Yeah,
my whole thing...
100% and okay, I hear you. Yeah. I'm saying 100% of nothing is... That's come to you. But I'm saying, for instance, it's easy for someone that's not putting bread in to say that, innit? If you ain't got skin in the game, to you, it's always going to look like that. But it's going to look like, oh, yeah, 100%. What's that? Let's come in. We'll go to 7:30, innit? What was it?
If you ain't got skin in the game, it's going to look like 100%. Yeah,
it's going to look like 100% of nothing. I'm saying, for instance, so what that means to me is, Dami put in all the bread. In the eventuality that it does pop, the risk I am taking is to put all my resources and bread into this right now. In the idea that it doesn't pop. But you, man, your vibe is, oh, cool. If it does pop, then cool. Yeah, let's get some money from this, isn't it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm saying, and that's great for you, man, to have those views, isn't it? But my vibe is cool. If you're not willing to do what I'm doing in order to buy into it...
Don't say you, man.
What do you mean?
No, but what are you doing?
No. He said just now, in terms of my value that I've got on it, you, man, don't price the same value on it.
Say that.
Who said that?
I said 100.
Who said this?
When I said 100% of nothing, I'm saying there is no deal on the table for me to be talking to you about profit from.
Yeah.
That's the 100% of nothing.
But what I'm trying to... Yeah.
You're talking about what efforts you've put in to get to this point. That's cool.
Yeah.
What I've said to you is I can't put a value on that. I'm not telling you you've not done anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't, but hear me out. All I'm saying is in terms of there's no bread on the table. Cool. That is the point. At that point over there is the best position for you to have to actually negotiate a percentage in my eyes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my vibe is this, isn't it? In your view, it's almost like when there's bread on the table, we can discuss the percentage. My vibe is when there's bread on the table, don't try and come to me any number.
Yeah, it should be done beforehand. In fact.
Yeah, so my vibe is, and cool, and then like we said, so it's an important conversation to have. We had the conversation now. I'm telling you what my expectations are. You man are saying what your expectations are, and I'm on a vibe of, oh wow, we are so far apart.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Hold on.
I'm saying, for instance,
I didn't have an expectation.
I'm saying, for instance. I know how much I've accumulated thus far, isn't it? If they want a percentage, they need to buy in, with what I'll place the value on it. They need to buy in with the percentage that they want going forward, and they need to pay that percentage that I've accumulated already like for instance, it's hard to explain it, like say Arsenal. Let's say.
Necessarily though.
No. Yeah, no.
And that's the point.
No, yeah, not necessarily. But I'm saying, who's in the position to ask this stuff? I'm saying it's me. So who determines the value? Me. So my vibe is, this is my value, and it's simple.
Basically, yeah.
Either you meet my value, or there's no deal in it.
My thing is this, yeah. You're saying, and this is and I think, and this is why I've backed out a little bit, like backed down a little bit, because I understand. My whole understanding was we're going to do this, certain parts of this as a team, and hopefully progress to a point where we're doing this as a unit, like we're a team. You jump to the money thing, like, okay, cool, well, no, it's not that. And if you want that, give me 10 bags or whatever money you said.
And you know why he jumped to this? Because he's been burnt before.
But no, forget that.
No, because he said it. No, he said it.
Yeah.
So that's what,
like I've done it. I've worked with people before,
Yeah,
isn't
of course.
it? And I know what I give you a percentage. You're not putting in that percentage work going forward, isn't it? So it's like,
you can't prejudge though. But
I can't prejudge.
For a percent. I've not even asked for a percentage because I don't know.
Well, you came up with a number, nigga.
It only came up. No, it came up when we were talking about a deal.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I've told you I don't. You could verbatim. I said I don't care about money because, and I said I don't care to have this conversation until there is a deal. Because,
but that's what I'm saying. He's saying it's best to have it.
That's
before.
what all of you lot are saying. I disagree. And I disagree.
No, but I'm saying for someone that has your expectation level, even already, listen. Out of your mouth, what you said verbatim is this, isn't it? You said you will be burnt if you saw me driving in a nice car.
What's my expectation? Forget the fucking hypothetical about 20 M's. What's my expectation?
What are you talking about? That's my expectation. I'm telling you already.
But that was an expectation.
No, what? I'm saying, for instance, he's telling me his feeling. You said, if you see me on a level for instance, and then now you are not happy with your level, you'll send your whole resentment. Yeah. So that's expectation. That's not an expectation. That is an expectation. You've clearly got expectation. If you had no expectations, then whatever I'm doing wouldn't affect you.
Because you don't know what. Because the reason why this is stupid, this is a dumb fucking hypothetical thing. Because number one, I don't know how much bread you give me, and I don't know what I'll be satisfied with, and I don't know what you're gonna have. So I said, if you claim that you're gonna nice me, and in my situation, I'm like, you claim to nice me, but I don't feel nice. then I might feel some type of way if you're coming around me in nice stuff.
But why is that? Because for instance, if you knew the number. Yes. You believe you've done a certain level.
Yes.
And that comes from expectation.
But guess what?
So you've got an expectation. So for instance, if I just gave you a bag right now, for good work, you'll be calm with that.
Maybe.
Yeah?
But right now.
If I gave you £1,000 right now, you wouldn't be calm.
I don't know why, because I'm like, how'd you have £1,000 to give me?
See? I see. Facts. No, but that's all. No, he can. And you know why you can do that? Because your mind goes to, where's he getting this bread from?
If you're paying...
No, hear me out. Because your brain goes to where, and that's the expectation. Because you believe, once you hear that number, you will determine whether or not this bag is a good bag or not. So what is that then?
How is it expectation if you surprise me with £1,000? I don't have an expectation. But if you bring me...
But you said you wouldn't be happy with £1,000 right now if I gave it to you.
I don't know.
So what is that determined? What would your happiness be determined on?
How much you fucking had in the first place.
Cool, sweet. So if the number was 30 million, would you be happy?
With a brag?
Yeah.
I'll smack you up.
Okay. Okay, cool, sweet. And if it was 10,000, then what?
I might smack you up.
Okay, cool. If it was 5, cool, sweet. And if it was 5,000?
He said,
no, he just said 10,000.
Yeah, I said 10,000, I said.
It was 10,000, but he got...
I didn't say none of that. I just said 10,000.
But I said it depends on how much... And what the pie is.
Okay, cool.
10,000.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Chill, relax.
So 10,000 is giving you a bag.
He's giving me a bag out of 10.
10%.
How much are you getting?
I don't know yet.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
How much is G
So, okay, hear me out. Okay, cool. You sweet?
How much is G getting?
So hear me out. Hear me out then, innit? Let me land.
Because in football...
So let me land now. You're saying, B Moni, you're over here in my face telling me you have no expectations, isn't it?
Yeah.
From this. Yeah. However, if I was to give you £1,000 on 20 million,
shit might change.
Cool, you'll be pissed off. And if I give it on 10,000,
£1,000 on 20 million.
Yeah, you'll be pissed. You'll fight me. You'll beat me up. Potentially fight me. Yeah. And if it was 10,000, you'll what?
10,000 of the 20 million.
No, 10,000 of the 1,000 from the 10,000.
It's way more reasonable, but I also want to understand. It's not
reasonable. Sweet.
Yeah, but it's not
from what then, innit?
But it's not.
How can you? Why are you trying to avoid the fact your expectation? There's an expectation of something here, isn't it?
Okay, again, and this is my point. What's the 10 bags exactly? Because is that your operating cost as well? Because I might even say, right, why are you giving me £1,000? Give me $5, depending on what the situation is. So yeah.
So how are you calculating this with no expectations?
Because the point I keep making is I would have to understand what's going on. If I just say, oh yeah, I'll give you $1,000, because I'm not expecting 50-50. Even if you said I'll go you $2,000, I'm like, what are you going to do with the rest? Like, you've got 8 bags left. I need to understand what is going on. I need to understand what is allocated to staff pay, because that 10 bags might not be all for staff. It might be a portion for staff. So I will have to understand.
But my thing is, why do you feel like you're even entitled to a percent?
Because and that's what I said.
What, not what in general?
Yeah. Why do you think you're entitled to a percent?
When you say a percent of what?
Well, I'm saying percentage.
Of something.
Yeah.
Because
No, hold on. What, off the show?
Yeah. Why do you expect a percent?
It was never expected. It came from the hypothetical situation.
Exactly. I don't
We said from the beginning, we don't expect anything.
No, but you're saying you don't expect nothing.
Wait.
You're saying, hear me out, because you've been talking in it, yeah? You're saying you don't expect nothing, but all I'm hearing is, the 20 million, I get 1,000 pounds, I'll be paying.
You decide not to hear the rest, bro, because we've clearly said...
Wait, so you got, is this one mind? So I'm speaking to both of you now, isn't it? Because he was speaking, yeah? Now you're getting angry on his behalf,
Because I'm
isn't
saying
it?
the wrong thing, bro.
So wait, okay.
You're saying he has an expectation of a conversation that we had was hypothetical. From the beginning, we clearly said we don't expect anything.
None of your behaviors are like you don't expect anything.
We don't expect anything. Because we knew that. We know it's yours. We said it's yours, bro.
That's all I'm hearing.
That's what you're hearing.
All I'm hearing is it's yours. So if you get bread, I'm not happy with X amount percent.
Okay,
what was the percentage you said you were giving us?
I didn't say I'm giving you percentage.
So where did that come from?
What do you mean? I didn't say I'm giving you percentage. He came out and said, you know what, I'm thinking, what was it?
20 or something.
Yeah, 60, 20, 20. That's what he said.
He said 20. I said we can share 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it wasn't me that was doing that shit.
What my expectation would be, to tell you what my expectation would be, is if you started to turn a profit, and I would expect to get paid. That's my expectation.
Yeah.
I would expect to get paid. What I would not necessarily back pay. Now, if we go into a situation where I was like, the one thing I want credit. I want create a credit. Like I would expect that would be my demand. I want some create a credit,
so you can go and
so I can have it on my CV in case you decided to turf me.
I can even do that to you now, innit? I don't really mind that shit.
I remember I said, and that's part of the reason why I started fucking with you. I'm like, I can give my input. So that's something I liked about that. Yeah. So I expect to get paid if you start turning a profit where you can pay. But obviously, the figure and percentage, that all depends on, we'll have to iron it out. But I don't see the point of me talking. So what I would, if anything, I understand that a lot of artists in music, you get a shit deal and you renegotiate at some point. So I might accept whatever you give me at the start, because I wouldn't want to fuck up the rhythm. I wouldn't want to fuck things up over money. Yeah? Okay, cool. Year 1, I might get shit paid. Then year 2, then you come to Rari, broski, let's chat. Because we now have to look at the year and look at what I've done, who's carrying, who's doing stuff. Yeah, you own it, but you might not be the person that's carrying at that point.
Yeah, facts.
So let's say your show is now sturdy, it's us free. You might have the most fans. So people are turning in for G. So now you have to talk about how much you're paying G. So yeah, you ultimately will still get most of the pie of the business.
I might not. No, but I'm saying, for instance, if value is determined, like if it's so bait in value that, oh my God, people are just coming because of George over there, isn't it?
But you
then
own
George,
the platform.
Yeah, no, but that's why then. No, but George can move his services and go elsewhere.
He can, but
or start his own and go elsewhere, isn't it?
But then tell me, what if with George on the show, your views are very high only with
like I said that.
When you say, okay, George, go away, now when you close, you're feeling diminished. That's
what I'm saying. I'm saying in terms of then that ball is in George's court, isn't it?
But maybe George or whoever doesn't have, whoever's on Backchat. Yeah, someone might tune in because you're their favourite on Backchat. Go start your own YouTube channel now. Let's see. Let's see how much carries over. So you could be the star over here.
Yeah,
everything's already set up.
I completely agree.
Yeah. You'll do your own thing. Oh, you don't even have topics to talk about on your own.
Yeah.
There's no ways like that. So
I'm aware of that. But I'm saying what? What are you getting angry for?
I'm not angry.
You just said, I'm going to replay that. You snapped your fire just now, isn't it? What? I'm going to replay it.
I know what I did. You just snapped your leg louder.
Yes! Go on.
The whole point I'm making is, in football, for example, if you can be the best striker in your life, Ronaldo's not going to go start his own team and start winning how he's winning with whoever he was playing. So at the end of the day, the club is still going to turn the profit, and you might get paid more from the staff side of things. But what I was saying is that the house always wins. So as far as the company's provided, you will still eat more than us because you will eat from.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You eat from being the owner of the company as well as being a member.
But at the end of the day, though,
on the show,
you are the main reason people tune into the show. Fact.
Listen, even if I'm not, but you know what? I'm saying my vibe is. No, I'm saying my vibe is I've got a concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
My vibe is the concept wins, isn't it? So even with you, man, even with you, man, being on regularly, innit? I break concept to bring you, man, on. 9 times out of 10, what happened?
I feel like this is Mike anyway. Go on.
But you feel like this Mike what?
It might. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Go on. Go on. Finish. Go on.
Oh, speak.
No, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, it's working, man, innit? Yeah. So I basically my vibe was my vibe is, you know what? Boom, B Moni and George individually. These guys were repeat offenders on the show. I know the conversations I had with both of you though individually, and I was like, you know what? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, let me just try a thing. I think Jaya recommended. It's like, you know what would be a good idea? Boom, boom, boom. George is there all the time, innit? B Money's there all the time. Like, try and incorporate. And for me, financially, it makes sense as well, isn't it? So I was like, boom, let me try a thing. Boom. I'm saying, you guys have also got a nice relationship between yourselves. I'm like, cool. It's a vibe. And I'm like, okay, cool. I feel like, as far as I'm concerned, everyone's kind of winning in that regard, isn't it? One, I get content. Boom. You man get platforms, isn't it? That you get to go on as well, isn't it? And talk your shit. Boom. And all that. But now, what I'm feeling now is what? Niggas are trying to take over the company because I'm laying you on.
Nah, bro, this is what's getting on my nerves.
Yeah. And I am.
Yeah, cool.
So B Money,
yeah, but that's what B Money said, isn't it?
Okay.
So niggas are trying to take over the platform. Cool.
I'm not trying to take over.
No, okay. B Money's trying to take over the platform. Cool. So my vibe is okay, cool, sweet. But the hostile takeover that he wants is, yo, in the scenario that you win, break me off a percentage, isn't it?
I didn't say that.
But break me up a no, but I'm saying that you're saying you don't want to speak until there's money on the table. And you see how all these podcasters fall out?
Yeah, I feel like...
And you see how all these podcasters fall out? Is because of that model that you're speaking of.
Yeah, bro.
I don't agree.
The falls out when the money's on the table now, and now niggas ain't happy with how the pie is split up.
Yeah.
And that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's how...
But in your head, you think, my name is B Money, and I am so fair, and I am so righteous, that, when that time comes, no, trust me, man. Oh, yeah, the amount that I'm going to request is going to be a good amount. No, in your head. I don't know in your head.
I don't know that it will be.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
And then that's how shit goes.
I don't know that it will be, but I also don't know that signing, talking about something now and saying, yeah, that sounds good. And then when it comes in real life, it'd be like, I don't like it. I think that's also bad.
Yeah, facts.
You could agree to something today when there's nothing on the plate.
Facts.
And in the future now the bread is real.
Yeah.
Even no matter, we can handshake on something right now, sign a contract, but there's no deal inside. Then 2 years now, the bag comes.
Yeah.
And but remember what you said 2 years ago. You said 10%.
I mean, your issue is, because over here, and I get what completely you're saying, but you are thinking in creator. You're thinking... B Money, the content creator. Yeah, whereas I'm thinking, look all the money I put down.
Okay, but when that deal comes, if your thing is, there's a buy-in or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, bro, you keep doing whatever, I'll pay you back. Or, do you know why? Because I think we're also forgetting something here. At one point, I was like, Dami, let me start paying for streaming.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah. When I started, but remember, I was under the impression that we would, not under the pressure, but I believe we're moving in the direction where I'm gonna jump on. So when you say the takeover thing, it's not I want to take over and be the boss of your platform. I wanted to be part of your platform.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what you keep on doing is, and I'm saying, I know it's this in the pattern in your life, is literally, I'm just saying, it's invisible contracts. You have in your head, you've got contracts. A pattern in your life is expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the DLT.
DLT and thing again, isn't it? Yeah. I'm saying, in your mind, no, it's facts. You add value, you believe your value is X, and basically you think you feel as though they know that as well, and then when they don't move in the way that you want them to move, throw your toys out of the pram, and then you're pissed in.
Throw your toys out of the pram or just remove yourself from the situation.
Let him have that.
Cool.
I'm just asking.
Well, same thing.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. So, and the reason, for instance...
So do you think you could compare this to those things?
Why not? Why can't I?
I'm
saying the comparison is the fact that you've got a certain expectation.
Yeah.
And then it could be a day where your expectation in your head is not met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you believed We were doing and the thing is, the conversation could have easily been had. People could have sat down and had a conversation, but no one's having a conversation, isn't it?
A man is comparing going to a motive on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Going to a motive.
Yeah.
Going to a motive on a regular basis.
Say it 3 more times. Say it again if you want to.
DLT.
Going to a motive.
Okay.
Going to a motive.
Yeah.
DLT.
Going to a motive.
Yeah.
For years since.
Do you want to hear the comparison?
Comparison is dumb. But
He was saying things like, did you not say this?
go on.
Basically, the reason why he expected to be basically given preferential treatment at DLT is one, that he's been going there for a certain amount of years, isn't
I
it?
said I expected it, but go on.
Okay, you felt as though he should have a certain treatment because he's been gone there for X amount of years. There's nowhere in the DLT contract that says anywhere if you attend this event for 3 years that you're allowed queue jump, isn't it? And special VIP wristbands, isn't it? It's not there nowhere. Another thing, online when he doesn't get a DLT ticket,
Constantly promoting.
he promotes it. Banner saying, "Oh, yo, man, I didn't get my DLT ticket." Angry face, isn't it? Nowhere in the DLT contract it says if you tweet.
That's a silly thing to say.
No, but you said it.
Yeah, but I've never said that was a reason why I should.
So why did you bring it up then?
Go on.
No, yeah. So I'm saying, for instance, your vibe was, even I would go online and tweet, I didn't get my ticket. I'll be promoting it online. And I'm saying that in your head, that builds up your value, that what you've been doing for the brand. DLT don't know none of this shit.
If I was a DLT person watching this, I'm like, I said that. I never said any of that. What I said is that I've been to your event since the beginning of the event.
Yeah.
I've never asked for nothing.
Yeah. And even that.
Hold on.
You're a customer. Why? What the fuck?
Facts.
I went to McDonald's. I never asked for a free chicken nugget.
McDonald's is a horrible example because... But guess what? McDonald's is a horrible example because of what it is. When you see my local boss man, my local chicken shop, my credit with them is so good that if bro, give me an extra wing, bro, like pattern. Or I'll go to my corner shop, I can say, give me £100 from the till, and I'll bring it back later on. Okay. So, and if he doesn't, would you never go there ever again? Not necessarily, but it also depends on.
Not necessarily.
But it also depends on the way he does it.
Okay.
I think that's what he was talking about. You're missing out.
Yeah, that's what he was.
It's not about you not doing it. It's the way you've gone about doing it. So that's
no, but I'm saying, and the way they hear me out, the way they went about doing it was kind of act shocked as to why does he think he deserves this. Yeah. He asked you why. You lost the plot.
I didn't lose the plot. If you go to a morning...
He never went there ever again. He asked them, and bear in mind, I'm going to see it maybe because it touches a nerve because I'm a promoter as well, isn't it? Yeah. A guy's coming on, a special guy is coming on the door, isn't it, to you, and asks, well, you said last time I wouldn't have to go. Okay, cool. So a guy comes on the door to you and asks you, yo, can I get a queue job? I think why is it's a question that doesn't require a crash out and a boycott of the whole brand, is what I'm saying, innit?
Why should I let you in? The motive, you've been going to for 5 years, that they know you, you've been there since the first one. Because
it was raining as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was hundreds of people also in the queue. Some that could be family members and sisters, isn't it? So I feel like, okay, cool. Why you?
Why should I let you in?
I think that's
or you could just say, bro, I can't.
When it because he came with.
Anyway, should we just end this? Because he doesn't have anything to include.
Hold on. When it because that you came with people and they got let in and you had. Was that a different time? Okay,
that time I didn't even say nothing.
So
one time, I'm like, bro, I bet that what we did, like, let me see, can I get in? What about asking 10-mark question? Why should I let you in? So cool. So,
ladies and gentlemen, if that is not expectations, then I don't know what is, isn't it?
I never expected you, but if you now,
what do you mean? He said why, and you're pissed. How can you not?
I don't like
you expected to ask him the question and then let you in? No.
Or you say, bro, I can't do it. But if you say, why should I? You're now like, why should I let you in? Like, justify why I should let you into my event. You can't.
Oh, so you're saying you would prefer no?
Yeah, I think there's different ways to handle the situation. I don't like the way you handle it.
I'm asking you, would you? If he said, yeah, babe, I can't. No.
If you said it like that, I'll have an issue with it.
Okay, so how should you see all these variables, yeah, of how shit can go left. You've got a fixed one. You've got a fixed couple that you need to hear, or
let's go. It's cool.
And that's expectations, my friend, man.
Yeah, I have expectations that I get what I want in life. Like that's my expectation. So you're right. Yeah, I navigate the world thinking that do good unto others, you get good done to yourself. That's my positive way of thinking.
Life don't work like that, though.
Life don't work like that. But
facts.
If you're,
because I do that as well, innit?
If your thing is, off the back of that, I don't think I can do business with you. That's dumb. Because at the end of the day, you should. That's just dumb. Yeah, people are always gonna have expectations. Things are always gonna, at some point, become a bit undesirable. That's life. But you're saying, I'm never going to take a risk. There's other factors that.
No, take a risk.
There's other factors to a person's character that will make you say, you know what, I do think, however, this are your strengths. you're highlighting and focusing on what you perceive as a weakness. So,
and what? What does that mean? Because it's not that I'm saying I don't want to work with you.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You've been on twice now since then, innit?
Work with me. You're saying, I don't know if I want to do business with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're highlighting and you're focusing on what you perceive to be a weakness. You're not focusing on what you think might be. I don't know what you perceive to be a business strength, but you are focusing on what you perceive to be a business weakness in my life.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is in terms of, and we do this with girls as well, innit? Yeah. So it's one of those ones when people navigate life trying to find partners, isn't it? You've experienced a certain level of things in your life, and you can look at things that are basically predictors of what things could be like further down the line. And if I've seen a tray over there, I'm like, this nigga has got expectations, isn't it? Not only just have expectations, but expectations that he won't voice. His expectations, they come from within. And it's like, if I don't know them, if I don't know what your expectations are, you're willing to literally ride it out until the problem presents itself.
I hear you, but I think the whole, like, the partying thing is a horrible example. It sounds good, but it's not a good example because...
But you know what I feel like in my life? I feel as my life, with human beings, innit? You can take
things that you take
small things from everywhere and you can see it.
100%.
Like it's not just events as well, isn't it? Well, what's the other one?
The shisha.
Yeah, the shisha spot as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, why? Okay, cool. Damn, they gave you a card. The card's not valid no more. That is not good enough reason for you to boycott them and end the relationship.
I didn't boycott them because the card wasn't valid.
Yeah.
I boycotted them because I bought $2,000 worth of business on this and you're still charging me to get it.
And like I said,
and hold on.
Other people, you bought business to other establishments and didn't expect anything from them.
But they might have built that relationship.
It's different. Number one. Number two. Number two, so what if I remove myself? You're going on like I went on a rant on Insta and told everyone don't go to this place.
No, I'm not
I simply said, I don't think I'm valued here. I don't want to go here anymore because there are other places that I go to and I'm made to feel valued, i.e. your event. It's a smaller event, but I feel valued. I didn't even really fuck with Dami like that at the time. We were bridges, and he's like, of course you can, like, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So if I go somewhere else and you treat me like that, I'm like, love. I never ever said nothing bad about anyone. I just told you the story and happened to tell you the event. But yeah, I've got 5 years worth of being here, and it's not that, I tweet your event. But when I'm at your event, if someone says, yo, B Money, can I get a picture? But then you say you can't have a VIP ticket. Cool, I can buy one, but you don't see me as someone you can... Hey, bro, like, come up here, man. It's like, we're all up here. Do you get it? You can. Remember, I said this 100 times. Of course you can. But I can also feel away.
I never said you shouldn't feel away.
But that's what you're prejudging him off.
But you felt away, so I'm judging you off that. Which is fair. Which is fair. But I'm also seeing...
I'm not telling you don't be you. Be you.
Of course. But
you can only be you. And that's the issue, isn't it?
Of how I am, you're able to be like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I just think that those are not good examples because but you obviously are saying that, but you can take that and apply it to other things, which is cool.
But I'm saying, like I said, for instance, I can even go on messaging girls on Instagram, isn't it? I message her, she don't reply to me in 2 hours, boom, or block, delete, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If things are not done in the manner that you see fit, you've got an expectation that you like things to run.
My way of navigating life, and so do you.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
so do you.
Yeah, I know I do.
But you're using the dumbest examples to say about business.
No, but so if you say that with me, for instance, I walked inside of this place, isn't it? And I get all irate and I'm around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's calm. A recruiter can see me do that and be like, in high pressure situations, isn't it? This guy might be a bit. Yeah. Okay. I can't complain about that then. If they see that, they see that. And I'm saying you can't. You're not wrong for doing that.
Cool. I'm saying you can do what you want. I just don't think those are things to go off. I'm allowed to have that.
Yeah, you're allowed. But and we had the conversation. Your vibe when we had the conversation proved me right.
How?
Because everything you're saying is everything you're saying is of a guy that has expectations, isn't it?
How have I proved you right?
I'm saying everything that you're saying to me is of a guy that has expectations. A guy that hasn't got expectations, you'll take what you're given. If you've got no expectations, that's what no expectations are.
Not necessarily true. You can navigate the world thinking...
I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about in this scenario.
Prior to this, I didn't have...
Because, for instance, you went on a back chat. Did you expect any money on back chat?
No. I didn't know.
That is no expectations, isn't it?
No.
Now, if Andy came to you and was like, boom, $2 bills an episode, would you be happy with that $2 bills?
Maybe.
What, you wouldn't be happy with that, T-Biz?
Maybe.
Okay,
bro.
cool.
Hold on,
Fair
but
dues.
you can't just.
Well, I stopped. I said it and I stopped.
Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe, because if I'm coming to something, you're telling me, yo, it's not a money thing from early, I don't have the expectations. But yes, I still had expectations of being on Backchat. And some of those expectations were not met. Not necessarily by them, just by my experience. I would have hoped that when I got back to I would have not even expected that. I had hopes, not expectations, aspirations, if you wish. But I didn't think that I'm going to do this and this is going to happen. No, life don't work like that. But I can have goals from being on there. I'm hoping that I'm going to do this. I'm going to have amass a great following, have more opportunities and whatever.
Yeah, but that's all external. I'm talking about from the platform.
But I didn't have...
That's from the platform.
No, it's not from the... No, I'm... Yeah.
Oh, you mean expectations?
Yeah.
Okay,
I expected them to film content and post me and share me on... You know what I'm saying? That's the expectation.
Yeah.
I don't really have any expectations from you.
No, but I'm saying, for instance, now, what was it? Andy signs a deal.
Yeah.
Andy signs a deal, innit? All of a sudden now, what? Do you want bread from Andy?
Hold on, because we keep on getting... This is why I keep on getting annoyed with this. This is why, because it's not as blasé as that, bro. If Andy is now getting a deal because... Of course.
Yeah.
But
My point is, when the deal comes in, B Money wouldn't be like, yo.
Yeah, but if he's getting a new deal based off something B Money's involved in, it's different.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But that was the original scenario. Okay, cool. We're going back in circles, please. You said I have expectations. What's my expectation?
Your expectation is you're in a world where it's operating how it's operating right now.
You mean?
I get 20. In no world, hear me out. In no world should I receive 20 million. One second, what's the scores in it?
Do your podcast.
Who does he support?
United.
Fuck, man, innit? It's not a good look, man. Fuck.
Where's it, Penaz?
Yeah.
Anyway,
what time is it now?
my summary.
You missed Penaz.
I've accepted that is so. My expectations of what we were doing as a group, as a trio, it had nothing to do with money. I just thought that we were going to be consistent.
But even the consistency aspect of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
In terms of where did the expectation come, first and foremost, that we were going to be doing this every single week?
I think you're just.
Thank you.
I think
because you said this last time and you switched up when you got home.
What?
So, no, because you know what it is?
I feel like there's confusion.
There is.
And you know what?
There is.
Yeah.
So you guys need to talk.
There's no confusion. Hold on. There's no confusion on my part.
It's not.
Remember the restaurant we had a conversation?
But there's no confusion on my part.
The confusion is Dami. The confusion is Dami.
Well, no. I'm saying you, man, have things in your... Well, I'm saying... No.
It's the word...
What, you, man?
No, the expectation word is what is killing him, bro. Like, there's no... I don't have an expectation... Prior to that...
Damn, how can you not say that?
Prior to that...
You said it right now. Right now, you, man, come on here and said, basically, we should be called 12 a year, isn't it? Which means... Yeah, which means there's the expectations for you...
Because you... Season finished. I'm pod. United. Season finished. Yeah.
Oh, we still got one more cup, innit?
What cup?
Europa, innit?
My friend got sit down.
Is he United?
Anyway, you man are going to win the Premier League, so that's calm. Anyway.
And the Champions League.
I don't have any expectations, bro.
No, but I'm saying you keep saying that. It's beautiful to say. We'll end it in it, yeah. But I'm saying it's beautiful to say that. I've got no expectations, and then you list the expectations.
But hold on. Sorry, you man's situation's finished. Dami, the expectation with me. I need you to say that.
Expectation with me. If I was to get 20 million, you will bang me if you gave me 2 mil.
And what did I say before that?
Hang on. Do you think your expectation should be different to B Money's or?
My take is completely different because when I said this, when this first came out, you probably haven't heard it. I said, this is Dami's pod. I don't expect anything.
That's a lie.
But that's
he said that, but I'm saying that's a lie.
If money's getting shared, do you think it's the same or it's different?
I have the least weight on the pod, bro, personally. So I don't expect what they're saying. I even said, I wouldn't be surprised if they removed me and swap me with Adam. Remember, we even said it. No, Andre said it.
I said that.
Oh, you said, but I said I wouldn't be surprised anyway.
Bro, I think everyone's...
Keep quiet. Let me land. Anyway. So what I was saying is, I said to Dami, this is not my pod. I know this is yours. I haven't even put peas in. But if Netflix are now coming to sign Dami of the three of us, because we're popping or whatever, and then I see in newspaper that this can't come out has been signed. He didn't tell me. This is where the banging in the face came from. He didn't tell me. 20 M's, yay. 20 M's is all 8 figs. So yeah, okay. And then I now hit Dami like, yo, like, what's going on? Oh yeah, bro, we've been signed. I said, I'll be waiting there to hear, but I've got a 10% fee, which is 2 M's. And if he didn't say that, I said, so Dami, you're gonna give me 2 M's? He says no. I said, I'll punch him in his face and then we'll carry on like nothing will happen because you're not giving me the bread anyway. What? So
I don't know.
I said, I'll punch him in his face and we'll carry on. What are you doing?
But if he give you the 2 M's, you're calm.
Yeah, 100.
So if he tells you about it and gives you 2 M, you're calm. But your thing is if you find out,
it was a scenario for me. Yeah, it was a scenario that because remember I haven't put anything in to say I deserve this. I'm on here.
Neither have I. No,
but you offered to buy.
Which is why the expectation is crazy to me, innit?
But how is the expectation?
I mean, what you?
Sorry, so do you guys just love Dami so much that you just come here?
Yeah, I'm happy with my guy.
I'm genuinely asking.
Yeah, not legit. Not legit.
I already said my thing, so I feel like we're repeating it. Yeah, I said to him, I was like, obviously, I want to see your platform.
You win, yeah, of course.
Platform, and I would like to be part of it. I also like the fact that I'm allowed to have an input on it, so I would love to continue to be part of it. But you're the one who's introduced this whole being a trio thing. I never asked for this.
You guys are fun.
I said, it's just that I had been on it another time. I said, bro, I will chip in. That's what I was like, bro, I'm willing to chip in.
Do you know what it is? An experience told me a nigga put money inside, the expectation level increases. Especially if it's you.
No, it's not. That's poor. No, it's not. Because no, it's not even talking about you. He's talking about a nigga because he's been burnt before. So
and I'm talking about you as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But the difference is I didn't offer to put in. So
no, I'm just trying to say in life, if you put bread in, your whole vibe changes.
No, but you can't tell me that because
I can tell you that.
Okay, well you're right.
I've worked with you.
Okay,
I can work with you.
Yeah,
and I've got examples, nigga.
Yeah.
So go on then.
We can have examples.
Yeah.
We can have examples, but I'm going to tell you it wrong because I can play my role. If I've been told,
it's not about playing role.
If I've been told, keep quiet because I'm talking.
Right though. If you start chipping in, you're going to have expectations.
Brother, so you got to stop telling me what I'm telling you. If Dami said to me, you could put in 5K and this is what it is, I'm not now going to say, I'll put in my 5K, this needs to be on the wall. I know my position. I know what I'm doing.
If you put in 5K and he says this is what it is,
I'm happy with it.
That's your expectation. So if your expectation,
but he's now telling me I'm good. I'm going to expect more. Like that's what he was saying.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You're going to expect.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah. You're going to expect more than your current level, 100%. And
I said I have to play my position because I'm doing my own.
But I'm trying to come here. And I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
But now I've got example for you, innit? When we do an event.
Go on.
Imagine event. Look at you. Your face. I'm even nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I've been waiting to talk about this.
Okay, cool. I'm not shook or nothing.
Let's run the settings thing right now. Let's talk about settings right now.
Sweet.
Go on.
We do an event
right now.
We do an event.
Settings.
It's a big topic.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, settings, Inc.
Yeah, it's facts, isn't it? Just try and do this in 5 minutes, isn't it?
Go on.
We do an event, settings. Now, all the costs and settings, they're supposed to be split
evenly. 5
ways, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Now, let me just do the short version of the story. G's birthday now, isn't it? Now, we're supposed to do the split the costs 5 ways. At this point in time, only 3 of us have the money. 3 of us, including George, have the money in it. Cool. So we're going to do a thing where a couple of us bankroll the other lot to basically...
Hold on, what event are you talking about?
Your birthday.
What year?
The lockdown, yeah.
That's incorrect already then.
Listen, okay.
That's incorrect.
What's the correct one then?
2020, yeah?
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Not 2020.
It was 2020 lockdown.
Yeah,
the one we did in Braintree. Is it Braintree?
Yeah.
Or what? Cool. Basically, we just did the one in March. Was it March?
Yeah, but why is that relevant?
Because this is my point.
Uh-huh.
We did one in March and we were trying to hold another one, but it's lockdown. But we built up a buzz where this can go. The man am I shuffling, bro? The man am I shuffling to, what venue? Keep quiet.
Why is this relevant?
Because this...
Bro, we're talking about the money aspect of it. What's all this?
Because this is what it comes down to.
Okay, cool.
Man am I shuffling...
We'll do the long form version.
No. Man am I shuffling, not trying to put their input in, not trying to say anything. Questions are being asked. No one said anything. I've just took it upon myself to hit up Dami privately, yeah, and said, boom, it don't seem like these men are interested, here. I was going to throw 24/7, but I don't mind it being a sentence. Dami said, yeah, right, cool, he chipped in. So I think it was only Dami and that chipped in.
That's not what happened.
So what happened?
What happened is me and blank the names out. Me and had the bread, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
What was it? The other 2 didn't have the bread.
Uh-huh.
And then basically, so what happened was you were like, basically, what happened? Venues changed, blah, blah, blah. We've got a venue now.
change it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be inside of your garden.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
then,
I
cool.
give that as a suggestion. Yeah.
Sweet, boom. Now, the bread comes to pay for the venue now. Creme is now paid for everybody, isn't it? So Creme send the bread for everyone's bread, innit? Bear in mind, I had the money. Creme's done it now. So he's paid for everybody, even though I was agreeing to pay for was going to agree to pay for.
When was this? Because you're saying was going to. When was it said?
What do you mean? I said, because we weren't speaking in a group chat, isn't it? So I had bread, thing had, cool.
Can you understand already that this is a sentence event that we're having privately? Why are we having it privately? Because this is what I was trying to get to. Because
you're talking about money. Stop trying to deviate.
It's the same thing. Man, they weren't really on it. Just to be, because
what are you talking about? That's not what we're arguing about. Stop trying to move the goalposts.
You're talking about money, bro. If I'm putting money in and man, I'm not on it, you're not chopping. End of story. You're not chopping properly.
Okay, hold on.
The debate is about expectations. Your expectations is about.
And even you're showing it again. You see? Now, boom.
I've been waiting to talk about this.
Okay, cool, sweet. So what happens now? Creme sends all the money for the venue. Bear in mind, it's his birthday, for God's sake.
It's not about birthday.
Cool. We're throwing his birthday party.
No, hold on.
But cool.
Hold on. Make sure everything comes out moving forward, because I don't want no sugarcoating, bro.
Okay, cool.
Don't do this, it's his birthday thing, because I don't celebrate my birthday. I make bread off that.
Okay,
I clearly came to you and said 24/7 is there to make bread.
Okay, cool.
But I want to make
Sweet, but anyway.
No, it's not anything, because if I didn't say settings, it's settings involved. You, man. Everyone in this room, I said settings.
Yeah.
It's settings involved if I've said 24/7.
No, Sam's not be involved.
So what the fuck are you telling me?
And if Sam's weren't involved, would you have sold those tickets?
I would have done it regardless.
What? I would have said, well, those individuals, because I know who I bought there. I know bought there. I know bought there. So yeah, it's a different event entirely.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But
and we would have made less money.
I wouldn't have done it there, bro.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't have done it there. I wouldn't have to do that.
It would have happened.
It would have happened.
I went. Me and found the venue.
I'm not disputing that. I'm saying it would have happened regardless. If I want to do something,
where would you have done it?
I can do it anywhere I want, bro. You're acting like I haven't been doing events without you, man.
I'm saying when it was time to find a venue, you didn't have this energy.
No, I didn't have that.
Yeah?
I didn't have that venue. That was all. But
no, but you didn't have a venue for us.
How can you say I didn't have that energy if I paid for it straight away? If that was the case.
No, you didn't have.
That doesn't make sense.
So name the venue that you had that wasn't this venue.
What on the
Yeah, what venue did you have?
To be fair, I don't remember. There was a few that I put in.
To throw an event during lockdown, bring your own bowl, bring your own drinks inside of an actual club. Who the hell's finding you that deal?
I didn't need that. That's what came with the club. I'm not looking for that. I wasn't looking for that, bro.
That's how we sold it.
Who? That's how we. Yeah, of course, because that's how we've discussed it, bro. It's not like
okay,
I've
cool.
said. It's not. It's no. Because that doesn't make sense. Because that doesn't make sense.
Guys, don't forget what your whole.
Yeah, no. Of course.
Your thing is about expectations. So
cool.
Basically, what he's basically trying to say is
no. Let me say what I'm trying to say.
Can I just? Because I remember we did have a brief conversation about this. You lost the conglomerate thing before, but it sounds like today what you're focusing on is because you're focusing on the bread, and you're focusing on what
why the bread wasn't supposed to get. That's my point. Hence why I'm talking about it. Because that doesn't. You can't just say the bread and then there's no back day.
But get to it because he will keep.
Yeah. Well, he keeps interrupting me, but that's why I have to say this for everyone to understand. So if we're having a discussion, like I said, if we're supposed to be having a settings event, why are we not having it in settings? Settings only came up because of me, George Creme. No. It's not because. Yeah. George suggested, let's make it a 24/7 settings. It's not a well done.
Yes, it's a well done. Because like I said, if we didn't find a venue, there's no event as well.
I'm not disputing that.
Okay, cool. So you're saying you suggested the settings on that day. Everyone's going to agree to it. It's your birthday. Why not? It's an easier sell. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is...
Hold on. Let me make it easier.
This guy's good, you know.
No, hold on.
He don't want to get to the actual point.
No,
so he's just talking about things.
I'm going to make it clear. What was big at the time? 24/7 or settings?
What?
No,
settings.
I'm asking you.
Settings.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Settings.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Settings.
You're lying.
Why am I lying?
Because for years...
When did you throw? When's the last 24/7 you threw?
2019. The year before.
Where was that?
BBB.
Shoreditch. Where's that? I don't remember that one.
You weren't there, bro.
Black, beautiful babes.
No, it was BBB in Shoreditch. You just weren't there.
Hold on. If you was to summarize...
Okay, I don't even get what...
If you just summarize...
My point is...
There's no summary. He's not even speaking about a topic here.
No, of course I... Why you... No. Do you know what it is?
Audience, I'm also as confused as you are. Continue, yeah?
Okay. That's why I said this is a big topic.
No. Dami's just trying to play role because you look shit. You look shit. And this, I'm being honest, bro. That's what I said. Make sure everything comes out. Okay, you look shit. You're trying to sugarcoat and say certain things.
I'm going to get to the part, you know?
That's it.
I'm going to get to it.
Do you know what it is? Get to the point now. Say what you're saying, and then we have to get there.
Sweet.
Go on.
So now, George has sent the whole venue piece, isn't it? So let's just say it's £2,000, isn't it? Boom. We pay the venue. Bear in mind, this event here, that is sold out. All the tickets have already been sold, isn't it? So everyone is guaranteed their bread back. There's no risk involved in this event. We sold the tickets before we even had the venue, isn't it? Creme put the bread down. We do the profit split. Creme doesn't like the amount of profit he receives back from the fact that he paid £2,000 in the space of 48 hours, yeah, is when he received his bread back, yeah? He doesn't like the profit he received back. So you know what Creme says in the group chat? I'm not putting in money for the next event.
Fact. And number one, that's a lie. The event wasn't sold out.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? How can an event be sold out once again if it's me running the event, bro? It was 24/7.
Are you crazy?
Oh, bros.
Wait.
Bros, no. The event's sold out. So the event's already sold out. The event's not sold out. Why don't we use that P to pay for the venue?
You know how it works? You know how it works, Creme, innit?
Dami, you know how it works.
Okay,
Behave,
so how can we can't answer the question then? It works because the money goes through a ticket vendor, isn't it? So the ticket vendor we were using at the time was Mr. Tickets, and even though that's a better
was that the only ticket? Was that the only vendor? Yeah.
And what was it, Eventbrite? But Mr. Tickets pay out early, so that's the reason why you were able to receive your money so quickly. Usually, it will take them 48 hours.
So you're saying I got the money back on the 26th of July?
Yeah, you got it back 2 days later.
Okay.
Or even the day afterwards, isn't it? I said 2 days to be prudent.
I didn't, but cool.
You got your money back 2 days later. And the event, yes, was sold out. This was lockdown. People weren't even allowed to throw parties. So there was a limit in the amount of tickets that we were allowed to sell. So what are you talking about? Yeah, go on then.
That's not true, bro. Because I had paid for the event and we were still selling tickets. That's what I'm telling you. It had not sold out.
It sold out.
No.
You paid.
You have to ask you didn't pay.
What you think was sold out? You're talking about is the one we did after, bro.
No, I'm talking about the one in lockdown when no one's allowed to throw an event.
Yes, I know.
No, there was no events going on in the world, yeah. But our event is going off, isn't it? In an off, people coming all the way to what was it? Essex, isn't it, to go to the event. And that's what I'm saying. Now, for instance, if what I'm saying, obviously, I know you don't believe me currently right now. If what I'm saying is correct, do you see anything mental about that?
About what?
About the fact that you put 2,000 up, yeah, for 2 days, isn't it? That was guaranteed for you to get bread back. And as a result, you're exempt from investment in future events.
Hold on. Remember, he said I put 2,000 up for 2 days.
Yeah.
So that means I paid for the event, the venue, on the day of the event. Because the venue was...
No, the day before, and we gave you the money the day after.
Hold on.
That's not true. That's not...
I'm saying, okay, if that is true...
That's my point.
Did you get your bread back?
Of course I got my bread back. I was always going to get my bread back.
Happy with the profit? Because the 2 days, 3 days is
I wasn't happy about the profit. I said, I'm not putting in on the next one, is what I said.
Why?
Because the energy and how we operated for this one, like I said, remember we're having the settings and it's not in the settings group. That's number one. Because no one was ready really.
No, that's not fact.
That is a big fact. You just said it yourself that we're talking.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying to get shit moving, fam, certain times somebody has to pick up the phone and speak to people to get shit moving. If niggas ain't replying in the fucking group chat. And I was that guy that was doing that. I was the guy that was doing that. Calling both people in it.
I was always doing it. That's my point. How can you be calling them if I proposed this event?
Remember, that the whole reason this topic has come up is because I think you brought it up.
Yeah, expectation.
I brought it as an example of expectation.
Yeah.
Up until this point, the only real thing that has been established was that you paid for an event, and because you
paid for an event,
his argument is because you were not happy with how much you got paid back after.
That was not the problem.
So to actually progress this, forget the finer details. If you were to summarize, because let him finish his example, because let him actually finish it.
Yeah.
You're saying he has expectations.
Yeah.
Now, explain what...
I'm saying, for instance, because the guy put bread up, isn't it, for 2 days...
about the next event.
He believes that in his mind, he feels that's justifiable.
Okay.
He put down 2,000. So imagine if this nigga gives me £2,000 on a podcast, what the fuck is this guy going to want?
Once again...
Selling your soul to the devil, essentially.
Once again, what was the name of the event first?
7.
That's my event.
Okay, but so what you're saying is that because this is this podcast, you won't have any expectations.
No, of course I can't.
But I totally disagree with you.
And if it's your event, then why didn't you just pay for everything, isn't it?
But that's what
Because there's other costs as well, isn't it?
No, but that's what I was going to. But then I said, we can do this as a 24/7 settings.
So you're being so blasé about this.
Are you mad, bro?
Like, you did us a favor, basically.
Yes! Are you fucking crazy? It's an opportunity for us to go forward.
Okay.
Settings hasn't done nothing since March, bro, and it's lockdown. The next time we did it after that was July 2021.
Let me ask you a question, yeah?
Remember, bear in mind.
That's a lie.
Huh?
That's a lie. We did an event after that. Are you crazy?
Where?
What do you mean, LA Lounge?
2021. What are you talking July 2021.
Well, after your one.
That was a whole year. Stop talking when I'm talking, bro, because I do events, bro. I don't play.
Okay, wait. What events do you do?
No, that's my point. No,
what events do you do?
I was doing 24/7, bro.
No, you slap. I do events, isn't it?
No.
And you're saying because you said that to me. Yes. Are you crazy?
That's my point. Because do you know what my point is?
You can't say events to me.
No, I can.
I'm your father in events.
You're fucking lying.
Are you? I'm not.
You're high as
I'm not. You're
because you're doing uni house.
Yeah. Yes, because I'm doing uni house.
That doesn't mean you're on father, bro.
Well, in events.
No, that doesn't mean
I'm daddy.
No, not for me. For the girls that you get freebies. For the girls that get freebies, you're not my daddy, bro. No, why? No, I need to. Oh, what can I see?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, yeah. No, Dami's mad, and this is my problem with Dami because Dami was doing the let's give man freeway kind of thing. Dami and I have the most experience in doing events. Do you get it?
Pause.
So how is that?
Let's give man freeway thing. Go on.
Who's the freeway?
You said,
Bro.
Go on.
What you're doing is mental here. It's mental.
You can't.
You know why it's mental? Because you've also been in situations where you haven't had the bread.
Exactly.
And
I've kept quiet.
Yeah.
So my point. That's my point.
But I'm saying when you did have the bread, you didn't keep quiet. That's what he's kind of saying.
It was my event. The point is, it's not the same thing.
I hear what you're saying, yeah, but
it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And I didn't complain about the bread I got back.
I hear you. I remember.
That's false.
I'm not telling you you're going to, but what I'm saying is, okay, that was your event, but in this will be your bread. So, yeah, it might not be your event and it might not be your podcast, but it's going to be your bread that's getting put on the podcast, right? So, you're going to have expectations and it's possible.
No, I will not.
But you're going to have expectations. Bro, what you're arguing is that your expectations will not change.
No.
What you're arguing is your expectations will
And ladies and gentlemen, I have proved to the jury that when you put bread down...
You haven't proved anything.
I'm just saying...
That's why...
Hear me out.
No, you can't hear you out.
You said because it's my event and I put 2 bags down that you're able to say things like you're not putting in bread for the next event. Who the hell does that?
That's not what was said. That's not what was said.
Wait, he said he put 2... It's not what was said. It's what you've done.
This is the Tottenham in you. Cool down. Okay, cool. And let's get shit correct. No. Let's get shit correct.
It's not even a bad request.
No, because...
But I'm saying, but he didn't tell nobody that.
Huh?
You didn't tell us.
I said it in the group.
After the event's already done and you received the profit, that's when you said
the second time or the first time?
What would you do? What? You haven't done this more than once.
No.
Are you on crack?
Are you saying I said this before I'm 24/7 or after 24/7? Before the next event.
Hey, stop. When we received the profit for 24/7, that's when you said, what's all this? I'm not putting my money to the next event. At this point, we're all sick of each other. Everyone's allowing you. The new event comes up now.
Everyone's allowing you.
Yes, it's allowing you. Why the fuck? Why should we put in money for you? People's are like, wait, hold up. Are we putting in money?
Hold on. Can you hear what you are saying?
Yes.
I'm being loud, but I put up the bread that people weren't trying to put up. How does that fucking make sense?
If you didn't do it, we would have done it.
How? It was 24/7.
What do you mean how?
How? Are you mad?
What's the owner of the club's name? About how? I could transfer him the bread. Are you about how? Easy, I'll transfer him the money. Man saying how?
So for the 2 men I didn't have the bread, you covered it.
Forget that. Yeah. Remember he said about different different venues that I wanted to do because I had a
You suggested one. Yeah, be silent because you can't say anything. You suggested one venue.
You are lying.
Okay, what other venue? Name.
Go in group chat.
No. Tell me the name of one.
I don't want to.
What do you mean you don't need to? That's convenient. Go on the group chat.
The group chat is there, really.
Nah, I'm not even in the group chat.
He was like, I can't remember right now.
Thank you, bro. Go and check.
That's convenient.
Listen, for the sake
No, go and check. No, bro.
You've got your phone. I ain't got mine. You check yours.
I'll be honest. I hate when people try it. I hate when people try this because my point is I've approached Dami like, bro, number one, us two are the most experienced in this events thing. You're letting these men run you in a way that because Dami's proper fair, innit? So I understand it as well. For business wise, it's been a poor business management.
Yeah,
it's been poor. Settings has been poor business management.
And that's calm. Just leave it as that, man.
It's not
That's
good
calm.
enough. We don't
They don't need that one, innit?
We don't make profit.
Yeah.
So my point is, if we're trying to do things properly, and then people are moving shaky because it happened again. Hence why me and Dami did 24/7 Just a Vibe.
Oh my God.
Long story short,
Did it not happen again?
Hold on. But you know, you proved you had expectations, even in what you're doing. Because if someone is not pulling their weight in what you're chipping in, you have an expectation. So what I'm trying to say is that if you put peas in this pod, I'm telling you for a fact, if you put bread in, you're going to have because whether the expectations is what you
Crazy expectations.
No way.
I'm
No way.
not doing that.
No.
I don't know that. But what I'm saying
Bro,
is, you're
the reason why I can say that is I don't do business like him. No. So I know what I'm on. Fact. I don't do business like him.
Whatever you're on, if you put bread into something, you expect something back from it. No,
I didn't say that, but it doesn't.
Asking you a question.
That hasn't been changed though. My point is, I'm not going to expect more.
That's not even needed, trust me.
But you don't.
Is my point.
But you don't know what more is. More might not be bread. So what might happen is you put peas in now. So I've been complaining the last 3 pods we did. There was audio and visual issues. Yeah. So if you now put 2 bags in, and then you now have 3 F's on the trot where there's issues. It's going to sound like your expectations are more because what happens now, the conversations are changing, the dynamic is changing. So, and then now, if you feel like you're not being heard, it's going to sound like you want more because you're going to want anything you want from the moment you put bread in is more than what you had before them. And he's saying you don't keep the same energy you had prior to anything. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen because
It is going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Shall I tell you why it's going to happen? Because once again, I said I play my role. So if I'm putting money into something, once I've been told this is what it
If
is,
you put money in,
brother, cool. I hear you. No.
You weren't standing up and shouting.
Yeah, because I hate people trying to lie. I hate the lying shit and trying to downplay my thing, bro. Because that no, real talk. Because
Wait, what's the lie?
no.
What? What? You said lie. What? I want to know. What did I lie?
You tried to say. I paid it in 2 days. I paid it, and I got it 2 days after.
Yeah.
So my point is that means I paid for the venue on the day of the venue because if I got it 2 days after the venue.
No, the day before.
What does playing your role look like if you chip in or something?
You paid the day before.
Things change because once you
And I said the event sold out. You said I'm lying.
as we are today, if you chip
The
in,
event wasn't sold out. That's right. That was a lie. People are still buying tickets after I paid for the venue. I paid for the venue. People are still buying tickets, so it's not sold out.
As this is today,
Fact.
As this is today, if you chip in, if you put money in, your role changes, so you can't play your role.
Not necessarily, bro. Because bro, I understand the role of an investor, for example.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm an investor, because I need these things for businesses. If you're an investor, bro, into my music, that doesn't mean you can come and tell me how to pattern my music.
But
no, you can't do that, bro. Especially,
I didn't say I can.
No, I'm just saying. Especially if we have that talk, like, yo, I believe in what you're doing. For example,
but when the investors have a meeting, if there's a meeting, and I can be like, yo, hold on. Why don't you do this or why don't you do that or get my money or I'm gonna have an opinion. And his point is not necessarily that you will. His point is, look, today if there's food on the table, no food on the table, it doesn't fucking matter. Like there's snacks. Can't say nothing and then pay. Bring your own water. BYOB.
Fact.
Tomorrow now, man puts the peas in. Come in. There's no drink. Now you can talk. Right, where's the drinks? Where's the juice? That is
no, not necessarily because what he's doing is off his own cashin anyways. So Dami doesn't need to do this like you said. So the 2K that we're going isn't for this anyway.
But once you but you don't know that because once you put the 2K in, depending on
it could cover snacks and stuff like that.
But my point is, once that 2K is in now, anything is like I've got peas invested in. Even as an investor, I can be like,
but before you invest, are you not asking what your money's going towards?
The terms and conditions, cool,
stuff like that. So you can't now. This is why I'm saying that I play my role. You can't now change once you've agreed to something. So
the point I'm making and you're missing, and I don't even.
I'm saying when you gave us the 2 bags, it didn't come with if I don't receive the amount of bread that I get back, that basically I'm not putting money into the next event. If you said that, you think we would have agreed to that?
What?
If you said, oh yeah, basically you covering a and would mean that you don't put bread to the next event, you think we would have agreed to that? This is a certainty versus investing and not knowing where our money's coming from. So you're investing in something where you 100% are not going to lose your money.
I was the only person that put P down.
You're not the only person that put P down. You're not the only person that put P down.
How much is the venue?
Well, the venue was 2 bags. You paid for the venue. That's it.
But that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Because of that.
That's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm trying to say is we could have paid for the venue. If you go back in the conversation, like I said, me and had the bread to do it. Mm-hmm. And then basically the vibe came from, put in for blah, 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 put in for blah, blah, blah.
So basically,
and then Creme's like, how much is the venue? 2 bags, boom, pay for it.
It's like us going to dinner and you just cover it and I can give you your bread back later. You just bought dinner. Don't mean I come buy dinner myself. You just happen to be on the page.
But because he's done that now, but yeah, hear that, yeah. But because
you suggested dinner.
Was it you?
24/7, bro. The event.
But it doesn't matter. If
No. But that's my point.
But people are going to hear this, isn't it? So when you do partnerships, basically, Creme puts his name on something, it's Creme's now then, isn't it?
That's kind of what he said.
That's what you're saying.
That's what he's saying.
No.
But this is what I'm saying.
Bro, you're saying it's my event. What?
Are you mad, brother? Listen to what I'm saying. It started off by it being my event.
And it didn't end that way. So what? Now we're inside it. What? And our money's in the event as well. And we're selling tickets.
And this is my
ticket rate.
And this is my point. It's not only 24/7 no more, but the whole of settings is not patterning. There's the point that we have to have our meetings individually. Is that a settings event?
Yeah, so what?
No.
So why have you only got the power to do that? Why can't everyone else wild out? Why can't everyone else wild out?
So what, bro? Answer the question.
No, what I'm trying to say is, when you didn't have your bread, did everyone else wild out?
But it's not the same thing.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, we covered your bread.
Hold on.
We covered your bread next event.
And that's
what did we say? Oh, next time, Creme has to cover all of it.
No.
We didn't do that.
But it didn't
so I'm saying, no, you're not being fair. You're not being fair.
There's two different things, though. There's two different things. There's one
Speak, man.
No, hold on. There's something that someone's brought something forward, and then there's a group thing that we're doing. Go on.
Alright, so you can finish.
Thank you.
Should I tell you where the confusion is coming from?
Not confusion. I know exactly what I'm
You've been confused since the beginning, bro.
You see, someone earlier, I don't know who it was, mentioned if Andy doesn't do something about paying someone £100, would the person be happy? And then you said, then it got onto you saying, if you got 20 mil and you gave a man a rack, would he be happy? And he said, I'm not too sure. Then you said, if it was 10, and I gave you a rack, would you be happy? You see that example that you gave, that's not expectation, that's establishing your value.
Thank you.
Fucking. Okay, so what?
No, that had to be said, though.
Yeah, so what?
Okay, now finish.
Yeah.
No, cool.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's getting confused because if you're paying me, if you're paying me 1K, if you're paying me 1K from 10K, 10%.
Yeah.
If you're paying me 1K from 20 mil, it's no longer 10%. So I'm seeing that as my value's gone down.
Yeah, facts. Okay, cool, yeah.
So, but if I'm now coming and saying, you're giving me £100 for an episode, and I'm saying, nah, brother.
Yeah.
I have to get this amount. Do you get it? So let's just say off the 10K, and I say, no, you offer me £100 from the 10K.
Okay.
And I say, no, brother, I'm here, so I expect you to be giving me more than £100. That's when you can say
yeah, but you know what you just did? All you did was just use the word in the sentence to you can have expectations without saying expect, you know that?
I know I'm not going mad.
But I'm saying, no, stop. And all I'm saying is, no, hold on, because you're talking about establishing a value. Hold on, 1 second.
I know I'm not going mad.
No. I'm saying, you're saying, for instance, how can somebody establish their value with having no expectations?
Hold on, Dami.
Yeah?
And I'll go back to when you was talking. I don't even know why you lot are talking about this again. But what I'm saying is, when you said the thing about the 50K, and you said, I value my this at 50K, so this is that someone's, you saying this person's doing, that's when you can say, that someone can now say, but bro, you can't expect me to give you 50K because this is what you put in. But then again, that's different because you're saying that's what you valued your company at. Do you get it? So you say no, I want you to give me this is not you expecting. This is the value.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's real no expectations. I don't care if you man don't give me no bread, isn't it? That's zero expectations, isn't it? If you came with me with my value, cool, then a conversation could be had. But if you don't come with me, cool, we can just run it. I have no expectations. But even what you're saying about the 20 million stuff, but I'm saying you can't. All they're doing is establishing value. In order for you to know your value, you hit that. And to know whether or not you feel as though you're being undervalued or overvalued, you have an expectation of the value that you consider yourself.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you have to. How can you not?
But it depends. And
this is why you niggas are dying on this hill.
Hold on, because this is the point that this is the point that I've been trying to make. Is at the moment I can't have because I think you can have expectations in different
categories. You understand? So financially, I don't have a financial expectation because I don't look at with like back chat. I don't have a monetary expectation. But we did do a season of back chat where we got where there was
where you invested in one, innit?
There was a buy-in and there was a payout. Did you understand? For all I know, I could have got bumped. I did get paid. I got paid more than double, or just more than double what I put in, and that's what I was told I was going to get. God knows what that's doing. God knows what it went on to do. So now that's where that conversation comes in, because let's say that was a bag. If what I got felt like a bag of 10 at a time, I'm about, I hear it. Like if what my thing,
a bag of 10, what does that mean?
Because what I got. Right, let's say the figure I got is back to your scenario of if I gave you a bag out of 10 bags, I might be like, maybe, because it might be 10%, but there are people on Backchat and there's so many other costs. I might be like, yeah, bro, my man done well by me. He told me I'm going to get double. I got double. But now let's say I find out there was 20 M's and he gave me a bag and he gave me double what he said. That was the contract we signed. I might be like, you fucking guy. Like, are you mad?
Yeah, but that's no expectations though, innit? That's just you not agreeing to what your terms of contract. No, what you expected there was 2 bags back. That's what you expected. That's your expectations, isn't it? For something that you signed and had an agreement with. So when you got your bread back, if you got some more money on the side of it, you might have been a bit more happier, but your expectation was 2 bags, isn't it? Yeah. But so that's what your expectations are.
Cool, but with you, nothing, no disrespect.
Yeah, I bet you're not. For instance, if I gave you bread, even though you haven't signed no contracts, you haven't done anything.
It's exactly the same thing.
It's not exactly the same thing, is it?
Exactly the same thing.
Because if I gave you 2 bags right now, your vibe is, where did this come from?
Yeah.
So how much did you get?
So technically, no, but hold on. But hold on. But I've literally just said the same thing as the backchat situation. Yes.
I like this guy.
Hold on.
Oh, is it still on your mind? Okay, go on.
The only difference with the backchat situation is there was hey, this is your cap or whatever. There was a cap. And I never went on to find out what else there was. But I just said, let me find out that Andy made an M off that and I only got whatever I got. I will be rattled.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying no. That's calm though. You can be rattled, but but it's facts. You can be rattled, but the difference is you can be rattled, but you're not expecting innit.
But I can go back and but this is exactly
that's what you were saying about.
But my point is, this is what with music artists is like all these rappers are now finding out how much they're generating for labels, but they signed a contract.
Yeah, facts.
But it's not that it. You go back, you try to renegotiate, you try to get out.
That is it.
Hey, let this nigga
speak. You were happy with that.
Yeah.
You were happy
when they first signed it.
You were happy. Yes, bro.
That's how it works.
You see? And you see? And that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not how it fucking works. I know when you sign your contract, that's what you get. But my point is, later on, you find out and then you start. You talk about
you may be able to renegotiate. Yeah, you
that's
can.
My point.
And you know what's happening? Your value is so high that what happens is if you leave, they will be so burnt. And one can do that. Yeah,
that is my point.
Yeah,
so
that could run, innit?
Hold on. So that is my point. So if I don't know what to fucking expect, and Andy says, "Yo, you're getting 2 racks. Let's leave it as 2 racker," and I get my 2 racker, calm.
That's no expectation.
Hold on. But let me find out. He made an M and gave me 2 bags. I'm like, you fucking dickhead. What? So now I'm not gonna say you have to.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Wow. And ladies, that's what I'm talking about. I'm listening, but I don't agree.
Hold on.
Hey, let my man speak, man.
Can I finish this point? Because my point is, you gave me 2 bags because, as far as I'm concerned, I've seen you do this thing on your ones. So I just assumed you give me the best deal that you can. Because number one, I never came in here expecting money. So you're giving me bread. You're already giving me bread. And you're giving me...
so you should be grateful,
You should be grateful, Techie. I chipped in. I helped you make bread. So I would expect you to pattern in it.
You didn't pay for the cameras, nigga.
I understand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hear me out. Let me just finish this. Let me just finish what I'm saying, yeah? I can feel how I want to fucking feel, bro. Because it's all about, I can feel like you cheated me. Even though you didn't, because you said, this is what I'm going to give you, and you gave it to me, but I never did an audit on you and to see how much you're really going to make. No, you're not hearing me. Because someone is giving you...
Wait.
Someone is giving you... If you're at work right now, yeah, and they bring you in for a fucking appraisal or whatever it is to get a...
You want to see how much the company made?
No, they want to give you... They want to give you a fucking... what do you call it? A raise, yeah? you get a raise, and then you find out, like, for example, your colleagues who do the same job as you, for example.
You could be pissed if you found out that Creme was getting 200% more than you.
It's slightly different.
That's slight.
No,
Yeah.
20 mil, I work for
But
you.
yes, you can, because it depends on the business. It depends on the value you bring to the business. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bit harder to stop trying to argue and just hear me. Let me finish and tell me what you want after. My point is.
Wait, stop. How long are you going to speak for, though?
Quickly, if you let me finish, yeah? My point is this, yeah? With Backchat, Andy said, I'm using 2 bags. This is not the figure, but Andy said you'll get double whatever you put in. So you put a bag in, you got 2 bags back. Let's say that's what that was. But I'm not watching the numbers. I didn't really care, whatever. But let me find out he made.
As you shouldn't.
Let's say, no, not as I shouldn't. Not as I shouldn't. I just didn't. But let's say because someone else who's really business savvy might be able to sit down and be like, okay, bro, wait, no, let's really talk about this. Like, what we talking about? What's the buy-in? How much are you planning to make? What's your projections? No, you know what? I feel like I did. And you can argue, you can negotiate if you know your shit. But a lot of people, a lot of talent, don't really know the business side of things. So we sign the paper because, hey, it sounds good. And that's how you get the situation. So now, in that situation, I get my 2 bags. Thanks, Andy. I got 2 bags. Andy bought a Lambo. Off what? What? That thing that I done, the 2 racks. Andy, come, like, you're a dickhead, bro. Like, that's how I'm going to feel. I'm telling you, that's how I'm going to feel. Now, let's say...
How do you think people make money in the world?
I understand how people make money. It's called expectation. But
No, that's not...
Let me finish, please. I'll be quick. So my thing...
You said that last time.
But my thing is, if I'm still going to be working with Andy, now moving forward, I've seen what you're capable of doing. I'm not taking 2 bags this time. Now I have an expectation to get more than 2 bags. And the fact that you still want me as part of this potentially means that you see something in me. Otherwise, you're going to say, no, I'm not going to do this with you. But now I know what there might be a projection of. I'm going to demand more. So what I was saying with him is, if you give me a bag or whatever, yeah, I might be cool with it. But let me find out you're really eating off this and you only gave me a bag. I'm going to feel some kind of way. I am a human being. I'm going to feel like now you're exploiting me. I'm going to feel like I'm a bit less valued. I'm going to feel less valued, especially if I feel like I'm back at there's 10 of us, there's bare people. I'm like, there's 3 of us. So
on this episode, and that's what you might keep doing, isn't it? Like,
but wait, hold on. But we're talking about the idea that it's us 3 that is getting the bread. That's what.
You man also said you want to eat off from other episodes.
Charles,
you man said that.
I said what I said, but I think you're not listening to me.
Well, no, I heard you. Trust me, I heard you. But I'm saying you also said you want to eat off from my other episodes as well.
Yes, that was said because they're signing us as a trio.
No, and
that's what was said.
And we were talking about buying into the brand. Like I'm like, yeah, if we sign us as part of the brand, then yeah. If I'm not here, I still, because as I'll now be technically like I'll be watching Mad Men. So when they have everybody's names on the fucking, I'm a partner. Yeah. So as a partner, whether I'm there or not for the work, that's I expect a bonus from it. Yes, if I buy in. But as talent, if you just pay me as for the episodes I'm on, yeah. So yeah, it's different. But I don't care anymore. I don't want to do it no more. I'm happy just being a guest on your show.
Okay.
And I'm happy that we established that.
Let Charles speak.
This is just a question, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
All right, so Dami, let me ask you a question. Let's just say, when you started this podcast,
no, you're looking for it. Just press search.
You don't drive.
Speaking to the, I do drive.
Sorry. Huh?
I do drive.
No, but you choose not to. You can, but you choose not to.
Okay, yeah.
You take training.
Yeah. So let's just say now, my role here is just, bro, I make sure all the equipment and I make sure you and all of these lot get to here on time, everyone gets home, blah, blah, blah. You sign a deal, for instance, at the 20 M's, yeah? Cool. I know that me bringing everyone here on time, just...
Everyone here, yeah?
Yeah. Literally.
You're in charge of transport?
Transport, all of that.
Yeah.
Cool. Am I allowed to expect a reimbursement from all the petrol that I've used to drive you, blah, blah, blah?
But personally, I think you're allowed to expect that. Personally, I feel that.
Allowed to expect.
The reason why I asked that is because if she said no, I was never going to say
that's
wait, allowed to expect.
Yeah, but I feel like, and not only just that, I feel as though in that circumstance, and I got 20 M's, I might even buy you a new car, and I'll even give you, you'll be plenty, you'll feel very, very, very nice.
Allowed to expect is not really.
No, but even if you said, can I expect? I'll say yes to that as well.
Yeah.
No, okay, not allowed.
Yeah, expect that.
Who can tell you what you can, whether you can or cannot expect?
No, but will I be appalled by it? Because your expectations, I'm appalled by. That guy's...
What expectations? You keep saying that. What are you appalled by?
Well, I'm saying, why? For instance, if I make bread, and for instance, and I like you...
make bread?
Yeah, and I like you, then your vibe is going to be, you're going to be poker watching me. That sort of nigga can kill you, bruv.
How do you
know?
That nigga will kill
How do
you.
you know you're nice? That word, I nice you.
Nice you.
What's nice?
If you have zero expectations, you're nice.
No, you know I'm not.
Yes.
Because you pay me.
I'm saying, for instance, I can nice someone that doesn't have an expectations in it.
When I was in a hostel and I was
If 2 million gives you a bang in the face,
when I
isn't
was in
it?
a hostel and I was capping, I went to visit my uncle who was visiting London one time. Bro's a millionaire, he gave me $50 notes. I just laughed. I was like, yeah, love, but I laughed. I was like, why did you give me this? Like, what do you want me to do with this? So I didn't expect, because he's a millionaire, it's not like I was like, right, give me more bread. But at the same time, I was like, why'd you keep
So you're just not, you're not, so what, is your thing gratitude then? You lack gratitude as opposed to expectations
call it
then?
what you want. I just know my value. So like you said, it's not...
Yeah, but your value at zero is zero, is basically what you're saying.
My value is not zero. My value currently is just not monetary.
Okay, cool. But what I'm trying to say, the money comes, then you have a value in your head.
Potentially, yeah.
Yes, and what I'm trying to say is in your head, you've got a value. This value wasn't discussed with me. So you have an expectation, and you can't deny that.
I don't have an expectation because there's no...
But what I'm trying to say is,
I will have an expectation, yes.
Okay, cool, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone's gonna have how can you expect me to not have an expectation?
If you had zero expectations, that wouldn't exist, isn't it? Yes, that's what I'm saying. But well done, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys have to talk.
Beautiful.
We don't have to talk. We've established what it is. It's not. Do you know why?
And you know the problem was? Hold on. Hey, you know, this is my point. Do you know what the problem was as well? So after what I said about the 24/7,
Yeah.
when they tried to do, when the video's coming out now, imagine there's no 24/7 on there.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now. So looking at it. I said, let me go and look. I'm not
Yeah,
mad.
so what, yeah? So what? Yeah, and then we put on. Now what?
No, this one. But
Did you even get the videographer? You didn't get the video. It wasn't no videographer. Okay, you're saying that like no one did nothing. That we just jumped up to the event.
down. Let me give you now.
We showed out the event.
Cool down.
Why wouldn't you do it on camera?
Cool down.
He didn't want to do it on camera because if we held accountable.
No, bro.
Yeah, that's what he is.
I asked you to go. I asked you to go. You didn't go. So cool. And another thing, you had,
It's still recording. Let me still recording. That's what it is. Go back in the screen so we can put a face to it.
You have to put this.
So cool.
Sit down.
Hold on. I want to get the correct part.
Dami, how long was your journey? How long was your
I
journey?
didn't drive it today though.
So, how long was your journey?
So you see how he just said, you see how Dami just said, so what? So remember the 24/7, if this started as a 24/7 event, how does 24/7 get removed? Number one.
Didn't get removed. The guy that did the video, it's a misunderstanding. The guy did the video, didn't add it.
The person who's doing the video is getting instructions from us. He's not just making it up. He's not just making it up.
Yeah.
He's getting instructions from us. And this was one of the biggest problems. Everybody had a role to make it easier. All five of us had a position.
Hurry up, man, with your info, man.
Keep quiet, man.
You're hoping that the camera will come off.
No, I'm not.
You got to go down.
I'm not.
Yeah, man.
I have facts here. When they will do it, I'll give them screenshot if they want. I don't mind. So
Your teeth. You get chocolate teeth.
my point is,
Even helping you too.
Love. What do you want to talk about that?
Nah, I've already paid myself for this.
hold on.
Let me continue.
Hold on. No.
Why did you not say it on camera?
No. Give me this, so I'm not going mad. Because I'm saying what I'm saying again.
Oh my God. He was very, very confident before. Oh, camera's on. Now this guy's doing silent, be money only, man.
Yeah, but he just reiterating. But
Okay, no, because I thought I was getting mad, didn't it? Yeah. So cool.
I don't know what's this got to do. This the logo being on the thing. What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
A man's telling me about basically what the debate was. We all had a role.
Dami said just put in the caption.
Wait, what?
Dami said just put 24/7 in the caption. That it's the actual event.
Okay, calm. What's that going to do with anything? So because of that,
So the next event, I'm not putting my budget.
Future cost.
Because if I didn't do it, there's no event, bro.
Nah, and if we didn't do it, there's no event as well.
How you didn't do it?
What do you mean? We found the venue. We found the venue.
After us agreeing that we're gonna do something.
That's another thing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so the person that comes up with the idea of the event, that's it.
No, bro. It's the fact that it wasn't being pushed, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't being pushed. They didn't want to do it, and then all of a sudden 24/7 gets removed.
This reminds me of those lottery debates.
No.
Like,
The most important thing is we all have roles. We all have roles. There's five of us, bro.
So my thing is, if I'm with you, I don't have an expectation of it.
Danny's great at marketing.
This whole example of how much, yes,
I'm not here to be arguing with everybody. I've been doing events for way too long. The people that don't know how to do events can tell you what to do. Don't disrespect them.
You know what? They have value as well.
I didn't say they don't have
You're
evidence.
nice.
I'm saying in terms that they can.
This is what I'm saying. I think everyone played their position, like I said earlier. I was told, G, pattern DJs. G, pattern DJs. I'm pattern DJs.
Hey, can you hurry this up in 5 minutes, please? I'm trying to take this off.
Yeah.
But get to you. No. I want this on camera. Sit down in the chair. Put your finger in it.
Then you wait and let me say my story. So G been told to pattern DJ. Bro, I'm pattern DJ. Other people are not patterning DJs. That's not a problem, but it's a problem because I'm not now doing what Dami's doing. I'm not saying, Dami, no, do it like this, Dami. So I'm saying, what is really good? What's the roles here?
This is what I say from nigga events.
I said, what's the roles here? Because I'm saying something and I'm purposely keeping quiet because no disrespect. You can't tell me anything about events.
No, but some of the things you're saying are valuable.
I'm not disputing
No,
that,
I'm trying to say
bro.
to you were in charge of DJs. You booked a DJ. That's free. Yes, you did. DJ, what his name is. For this event, you booked him at like 3 p.m. on a Friday.
How it
Rather than
You made them arrive at 3 p.m. on a Friday. We were like, yo, people at work, this is you. Your crowd, that's your crowd. That's not my crowd.
No, what it was is we were going
Am I lying?
No, you didn't get no one was there at 3 p.m. What are you talking about?
Now, you booked him for like 3 or 5. 3 or 5. You booked him for a time that nobody was there, isn't it?
Everyone was.
What's his name? That DJ? B.I. No, not B.I. What's the B.I.?
So we did not go.
It's your boy.
No, what's his name? I don't DJ for that day, bro.
Are you crazy?
No.
No one knows this guy apart from you. What's his name? He was the opening DJ.
Mr. B.I.
No, it's not B.I. B.I. is too easy. No, it's the other guy.
B.I. was the same DJ when I bought for fucking one in this rooftop.
No, different DJ.
Exactly.
It wasn't B.I.
What's his name?
I don't know what this guy's name is. I'll be able to find his name. It wasn't B.I.
next step, we can't do this. No more. I don't talk to you about money or business. Everything. I didn't want to do business with you because you're judging me. You're judging me off my DMs with girls.
But why? Am I not right though? Am I not right?
Fucking wrong.
You've got expectations and I'm proved, and you're saying
Dami, you have expectations.
I'll take you. I wanted them to land, but you're not going to land.
Your problem is
Just say look at the camera. Say my name's George. I can't land.
My name's George, and everyone's sentence is mad, especially that donut there.
Dami, you keep saying you're not. Your thing is what has been doing.
Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the mud, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures. 3-course meals for dinners. 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.
The tab is